¿Verdad?
¿Listo? ¿Listo?
Hey everyone.
¿Listones?
¿Ya?
¿Cómo estás?
¿Yo o
Pues
yo estoy bien?
sí.
¿Ustedes cómo están? ¿Y tú cómo estás?
Ah, yo.
¿Tú,
Muy bien,
Nicolás, muy bien?
muy bien, Danielita. Hoy es martes de español. Martes de español.
Entonces no es Danielita.
Ah, perdón, Danielita.
Danielita.
¿Dónde está
¿Dónde?
Santa
Sí.
Claus? Bien, ayer un poco desconcertado con la pintura.
Sí.
Más desconcertado hoy porque a la gente le fascinó la pintura. Entonces no sé,
Yo te
no
dije
tengo
que
idea qué estoy haciendo.
yo te dije que a mí me había encantado.
Sí, pero pues muchas veces pienso que me estás diciendo eso por pesar.
Y muchas veces, no, y todas las veces sabes que no. O sea, si a mí no me gusta, más bien no digo
No
nada.
sé, no sé. Pensaría que tú, el origen de nuestra relación es pesar. Ujú.
Sí. No,
Em,
pero a
pero
mí
sí,
desde el principio me gustó.
no, sí. Pero
Y
¿qué hace uno? ¿Qué hace uno si a uno no le
no,
gusta?
no, pues no,
Nada.
nada.
Sí, pues no, hacer algo para tratar de que le guste.
Sí,
Y
pues,
yo
pero es que
traté y no me gustó.
sí,
Entonces,
pero entiendo lo que preguntas. O sea,
mm,
que a la gente le guste no va a cambiar
no cambia nada.
tu descontento o no,
No, no,
pero
no. Me
sí.
desconcierta. O sea, nunca había tenido tantos mensajes de personas queriendo la pintura en mi vida. O sea, pero bueno, curioso. Curioso.
Pero chévere, chévere lo que yo te decía ayer al final, de pronto esa gente ve algo que tú no estás viendo
Sí, o de pronto
en
uno
lo
se
que estás
enceguece.
haciendo.
De pronto
Eso
uno se
también.
enceguece cuando trabaja. Pierde la perspectiva. Y creo que eso me pasó. So, how is everyone doing? Ahora en inglés. Lo mismo, pero en
Sí,
inglés.
entonces, hey
Danny.
everyone, how are
Danielita.
you? How's
Where
everyone?
is Santa Claus? Danielita.
So we were talking about how Nicholas was super um how would you say you were like
Well, this morning,
yeah,
confused.
confused?
Yeah, quite
Yeah.
confused because it is rare that a painting that I feel so insecure about garners so much attention and so many people telling me, oh my God, I've seen your feet for the last 4 years and this is like the best painting I've seen. It's like, oh my God, you know, I like your stuff, but this one's different. This one's really
Yeah.
amazing. And with that, just, dozens and dozens of people just saying, I want to buy the painting, which made me feel weird. I haven't, that painting hasn't been put on sale. And because initially I felt weird. Like a friend of ours, Mario, I was telling you,
Yeah.
that he wrote, and I was like, I just don't know. I don't feel okay about putting it for sale. And there were a bunch of other people like before him, and I was telling Danny that if anything, um, I would try to respect like the people
The
that
first
first,
bidder, yeah.
yeah, that first wrote to me, just asking if maybe the painting was available. But yeah, it's very strange. I mean, it's in sales wise, like in the end, that's awesome. But for me, it was more of a painting that I couldn't understand why it was, why anyone that was conscious of the struggle that I was going through would say, "Oh, okay, I want that."
Because the
And
struggle's not a bad thing.
yeah, and I guess that like a painter friend that I met in Liverpool,
Mm-hmm.
Norman Long, he was
Yeah.
super cool because he was like the experience the painter has is very different from the experience that the observer has.
Yeah, that's what I was trying to
Yeah,
say. That's a super good way to say what I was trying to say
yeah,
yesterday.
he's an excellent painter, and it really resonated with me because in many ways sometimes we think we can impose like our pain on a
Yeah.
painting, like, oh, this was so difficult for me, you're not supposed to like it.
Yeah.
Like, if it was hard for me, you're not supposed to like it. And I realized people can like whatever they want. I mean, it's true. That's the same for me. I like whatever I want. But I don't know. I guess I didn't think about it. I guess yesterday I was just so kind of, I don't know. I was so frustrated that I just couldn't see it. because I left with this idea, like the strongest idea that I had of yesterday was kind of catching myself, and I said it yesterday, kind of like painting in like autopilot, like auto mode,
Yeah.
and that really made me mad because I usually don't do that. I don't think, lately for years I don't do that. So it was really really kind of maddening to realize that you know at some level I got just disconnected with the painting, and I let myself just kind of paint for whatever reason.
But
And
maybe that's the reason why you were blinded to what the actual painting looked like.
yeah,
Because
yeah.
maybe you were frustrated because of the way you executed it, so you couldn't see the virtues that the painting had.
Yeah, and
You
and
were
and,
mad.
and I'll and I'm gonna be honest also. Like I was never aiming to do like a blurry and then, four little bits of drawing painting. Like that's not what I wanted to do.
Yeah, but
That's
it's
that's
not
what
what
I
you wanted, but it's
oh,
what you
everything.
got, and I
Yeah.
think it's amazing. I mean,
Well, thank you.
no,
But
because I really liked it, and I
no,
told
and
you yesterday,
I know,
and I told
I
you
know, and
today. So
you're too kind, but I'm always gonna feel it's very weird with people that we love. It's not that I don't trust what you say, but I think that like it's the same with me. Like I'll love you more than I'll be an objective critic. I
no, but
wish I could be like a super objective critic, and many times we criticize the work of each other. Like
yeah, because I was gonna
we're
say
super
that
capable of doing that.
something that I think that's super healthy, at least for our relationship, is that I can ask you to be 100% sincere with my work, and you can do it. And the same way when you ask me.
I know, but
So you can trust me if I tell you I like it or I don't like it, because sometimes I say, well, it's not my cup of tea, but if you like it, it's fine.
yeah, no, and yeah, and maybe what I was going for with that is just to say that it's difficult. When you
Yeah.
love somebody, it's kind of difficult. Like, my mother will never see
Yeah, but
anything
with
wrong.
mothers,
Well,
it's
that one
kind of
painting of
different.
Jesus
Yes.
that I did,
She
I did
didn't
that
like it.
one. Yeah, well, I was doing paintings on top of reproductions of paintings of
Yeah.
other paintings.
Yeah.
So I chose maybe it's very juvenile, but I chose a flower pot,
Mm-hmm.
a flower painting with a pot, with a sort of like a clay pot
Yeah.
that Renoir did. It's actually a really good painting.
Is it online, maybe?
I'm guessing it
Can I
is. Yeah,
like
just look for
try to?
Renoir flower, and it
No, no,
has
no.
it's.
But your painting.
Oh, I don't think so. I mean,
Let me try.
I would have to struggle to see. Well, I don't know what's if you Google Nicolas Uria Jesus. I don't know. So no, I mixed that painting with a collage. I also kind of collaged an El Greco Jesus on top of that, and I painted the body because I always thought the part of the jug, but part of the ¿cómo se dice la asa?
Whoosh.
The
No.
handle, part of the handle of that kind of jug, pot for the flowers looked like a penis, and I always thought, well, Jesus was, a human being. He had sexual desires, um, and then I thought, well, I'm gonna paint Jesus, and I forget what I wrote. I wrote something,
Mm.
love machine maybe. So very juvenile. If you would have met me back then, you would have been like, "Oh,
Yeah.
stop it, idiot."
Goodbye.
Yeah, yes, hello and
Yeah.
goodbye.
Not even
Um,
hello, but
but like love, love machine. Jesus was a love machine.
yeah.
I'm not religious, but I'm pretty sure he was a love machine. Like, he wanted to spread love.
Well, but your mom didn't like it, but
No, no,
because
no.
of the religion thing,
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Jesus is
not
like
because of the
untouchable
way
for
you
her.
painted. Because you
Well,
can do whatever, and your mom's like, "This is amazing. I
oh yeah,
love
but
it.
if
This is
it's a
the
Jesus and
best
a
painting ever."
yeah, but if it's a Jesus and a penis,
Yeah, but
like
that's because
that's where she draws the line.
she feels super offended.
Well, why would a penis be offensive?
No, for her, because I don't know why, but you know, you can't talk about like
Can't talk about Jesus.
no, like maybe sexuality and religion to your mom, like in
Yeah,
the same sentence.
yeah, it would be a little weird.
Yeah. So
I'm sure if she was listening, she was like, I'm gonna
unsubscribe,
unsubscribe. Yeah,
dislike,
she's gonna become a hater.
report.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
But
Yeah, no, but what I was trying to say is that she didn't like that because of that, but she can't be objective with the way you paint
no, she
because she
cannot.
always loves everything you do
Anything.
since you're a kid.
Yeah,
So,
anything, anything. So
but I can be objective. And
yeah, yeah.
I mean, I think you have it on mind because I've told you,
Oh, the brown jacket.
yeah,
Yeah.
that's my least favorite painting of yours.
Well,
And
of the I would say of the sketchbook project.
of yours, I think.
Of all?
Well, I don't know.
Yeah, I've
Maybe
done worse,
of
I
yours, no,
feel.
because
That one wasn't that bad, I
no, I
feel.
think it's not that good.
I mean, it was amazing. It was just
Mm,
a painting of a brown jacket.
yeah.
It didn't have to be incredible.
I mean, and you know what? I think that you're a super good painter, but that one in specific, I didn't like it. And I
What
remember,
didn't you like about that one? I'm curious. Like, I'm not
like,
trying to like
all.
Oh.
Yeah, no,
Oh, thank you for being
no, no, no,
specific.
no,
Great.
because I'm not trying to be like, because no, es que no quiero ser mala. I don't want to be mean,
Oh, go ahead.
but
No, no, no.
I just
I'm
don't
like
like it. Like I feel it's like super. No, I don't want to
boring.
say no, like bland. Like
Okay, well, bland is kind of worse than
yeah,
boring, but
no.
okay, I could have done with boring.
It's sketchy. No, I was joking. No, but I didn't like it since the beginning, and that's fine.
Oh yeah, you always told me. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
But I remember that you were like, "But why? But
Yeah, I'm not trying.
why?"
I wasn't trying to be like, oh, why? I need to know why
No,
somebody
but I
doesn't like
remember
me.
that it was funny because you were like,
I was
"Do you
just
have any
curious.
painting of mine that you don't like?" And maybe you hoped that I could like take a couple of minutes to think about it, and it was super automatic. I was like,
Oh yeah.
"Oh, brown jacket."
No, because I remember you were helping. Well, you helped with the design of the book.
Yeah.
And I remember from the design, you were like, "Yeah, do we have to put this one?"
No,
Like,
no, no. I was like, because you wanted to do like the painting and a close up or something like that, and I was
no,
like,
no,
well, I don't think that's like the
no, it
best
wasn't even like a
painting for a
close up.
close up.
Yeah, no, 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 or like looking at it from far away. But no, no, no. Yeah, I remember that from the start. Yet, like you didn't really like that one, and that was fine.
Yeah,
No, no,
and
no.
you
I
know,
trust you. I've
I
always trusted you.
sincerely like the 99.9% of the things you do.
That's the zero
The
point one
yeah,
percent.
the jacket.
The
That's
jacket, the
yeah,
infamous jacket.
yeah, yeah. But
I think I've done so much worse, by the way, but that's fine. So much
I
worse.
like it. I like the baby fist pump better.
Well, that one's legendary.
Yeah.
You can't compete with that one. But
Yeah.
no, so yeah, so uh it's very confounding, but in the end, you kind of realize that that's always going to be the case. That the way you see things, the way we evaluate what we do,
Yeah.
is charged with so much, kind of inner turmoil
Yeah.
that nobody can sense that. I feel
Yeah.
it's impossible for somebody to sense. Like I was saying yesterday, wow, this one escaped me. Like I just couldn't have a firm grasp on what I was going for.
Yeah.
And people were literally like, I don't care. Like, fine, like you say that, but I don't care.
Yeah.
Like I like it. And what do you do there? Like you can't enter into an argument and say, well, no, it's actually bad, or you can't tell people what they can like or what they can't like. So it was yeah, it was one of those things. Once again, you think you know painting, and then it throws you like a curveball. And yeah, but I'm super grateful. People were very, very nice, and I think even in my tone yesterday, I was sad. I was just very kind of just frustrated with myself. I even kind of cut it short. I guess the live stream. I was like, okay, I'm good. I'm good. Thank you guys. I'll see you tomorrow.
Yeah. It was like, okay,
Yeah, I'm
end
gonna
stream,
walk
end stream.
away. Yeah,
No, but
but
that's fine. I mean, not every day has to be the perfect sunny day. So,
no, no. I've always felt like I can get. You know what it was?
what?
Yesterday I stopped. Like I was scraping the painting. You probably saw me scrape the painting, what, like 3 times? I think the
Yeah.
third time was the last one. And I was trying to do some little line work,
Yeah.
and I just wasn't seeing it. I was like, oh,
Because first you tried to do the line work, then you scraped it, and then you said you were going to
reblock it in. Right,
reblock.
right.
Yeah. And then you scraped again, I think.
Yeah, yeah, because I kind of blocked it in, and I was like, "Oh, what am I doing? Like, I'm doing the same painting over and over again. What am I like? What am I expecting if I'm doing the same thing over and over and over again?" So I just got very frustrated, and I said, "I'm just gonna put like tiny little marks, and I'm done. Like, I just want to be done with it." And I don't know what happened. Like at that moment, I just wasn't seeing it, but those little marks were well placed and they just worked well. I guess you never stop painting. That's the cool thing. Like it's
Yeah.
not like you disconnect and you just never. It's not as if you just start putting aimless, strokes
Yeah.
in your
Or like
painting.
drop the brush and that's
Yeah,
it.
yeah, or like you get mad. Like I've never gotten mad, like tearing a painting or like
No.
punching a painting or
Well,
I've
punching a painting would be a little dumb because
I'm
you would
trying to
punch the
think.
table.
Yeah, that would hurt.
So that, yeah.
But no, I'm trying to think if somebody has ever like
Like punching
punched
a
a hole
linen,
through.
maybe.
Yeah, that you could punch a hole through a painting. I
Yeah.
don't think that's a problem. But I'm trying to think if there's any famous paintings that have been punched through. Well, the Warhol with the bullet hole, that's
Yeah.
famous. But punched a painting. I don't know. There has to be like a like there has to be like a contemporary. You guys could probably help me out here. If there is like a contemporary artist that has done the punched a painting. I don't I don't have I don't have that in my vault. So what are we going to do today? Since I was going for a kind of sweeter Danny to yesterday, and I thought that I couldn't really get to what I wanted to say with that painting. I'm gonna give Fer a shot, and I'm gonna go with an equally saccharine painting today. So because I want to get right back, on the horse, I want to give it a shot. If I miss again, fine. I'm totally fine with that. Like yesterday was a lesson in just understanding that the painting doesn't end with me, doesn't end with how I feel about the painting or what I consider to be unfinished. Like those are what I consider to be the end of of a process can also be the beginning for a viewer, so for an observer. So I think that was super interesting. But I want to see if I can get some of the qualities that I was looking for yesterday. Not to say that I get the same vibe from looking at a painting with Fer than I do with a painting of Danny, but there's there's something about it here, and I love the framing here. Just the hair. Fer's hair is getting like super long,
Yeah.
um, and just how it flows into her shoulders. But I don't want it to be. I don't know. I'm a sucker for these sort of compositions. And then just ahead here.
Oh, so Liet was saying a child tripped at a museum and
Mm,
put his hand out to catch himself
mm.
and put his hand through a painting.
Yeah, I think I remember that story. I think that was that last year or
No,
was it
that
this year?
wasn't that a kid that made a sculpture fall to
No, that was
the
that was an adult.
was it?
Well, no, I remember one that had to do something with a soda can. Do you remember? A
Mm,
soda can, something
no,
happened
but
with a
that,
soda.
I think that
No, no,
was
no,
here.
no. Like something totally different.
Wait, so
Or he had something in his hand, and I guess he tripped something. And the guy that sat also on a like a Greek or Roman sculpture, or like a 19th century neoclassical sculpture, and it broke like a part of
yeah.
the sculpture because he just sat on it. I forget. I mean, I'm sure people remember. We can ask people. What would you do? I would
Well,
start crying, I think.
yeah. Because,
Is that a like
oh, so,
I'm sure they'll detain you for that for a long time until they clear it up.
oh, was maybe this is the one
Maybe.
of the soda that you remember?
Maybe. See, because I don't know why I remember the soda, that he
Wait,
was holding a soda.
because now I'm, uh,
And now you went down a rabbit
yeah.
hole of like
Oh, but this,
people ruining stuff like
maybe this is the one that I remembered. It says a child was caught on camera knocking over a
132,000 statue,
132,000 statue. Yeah.
dollar statue. Um,
Mm,
that one I didn't know. Parents are, and they're asking the parents to, yeah, that one I punched a hole in a 1.5 million 17th century painting after tripping in an art exhibit.
yeah. In a Leonardo da Vinci exhibit.
But look at the stuff he tripped on. That's the museum's fault, I feel. You've heard me say this. Like if you like put all
I
these
know it says,
barriers,
sorry, Paolo Porpora was the artist,
the Baroque artist, I don't even know
but it was
that
a
artist.
Leonardo da Vinci themed exhibit. But go ahead, sorry, I
No, I
interrupted you.
just I just think that that's museums asking for it. Like those things are like traps. Those things literally are like traps. I've always believed like you treat people like animals, eventually you can't expect like a different result. Like if you tell everyone don't touch, don't touch, don't ever touch, don't come close, don't come close, and you put barriers and barriers and sirens going off and guards everywhere.
Oh,
I
maybe
know.
look, so
So now we're seeing the video. See,
yeah,
he has a
and
soda.
he just trips and puts the hand
Oh
in
shit!
the
And he
painting
realizes. Oh, he
because
realized
yeah.
it. Oh, look at that.
Yeah, but let me,
Super
can I
sad.
share the video maybe?
You can share the the link for sure.
Yeah, because we are reacting to something they're not seeing. So let's see. Mm,
You could put a window, or you could share.
mm,
Well, you don't have to do that, but
yeah.
I think we could do that. Anyways, so I'm going while Danny does that. So I'm gonna go for fair painting, like an older fair painting. Although I always manage to paint her older, so that's not gonna be um, anything new. Nothing to write home about. That's just my kind of heavy-handedness. Mm, and we'll see how that goes. We'll see how that goes. I'll try to. I hope that my body remembers why it felt frustrated from yesterday, and that I can make some sort of adjustments for today. But I think this is a nice shape to frame fit.
So
Yes.
Liad said, if it's an accident, museums generally don't charge the people. They have insurance for a reason. And Marcelo Peralta said, I went to an art fair and saw a crucified Jesus painting with a real hole on his ribcage, and inside the artist placed a real rib. Pigs,
Ooh.
maybe?
Yeah, for sure. Or yeah, yeah.
It was so disgusting and such a bad idea that I exclaimed, that's a bad trip. And the artist heard and got mad at me.
Oh, come on. If you're doing something I mean, if you're expecting a response from people, you can't get mad
Yeah.
with people then responding. Whatever the response is.
Um. So, Stu Tony was saying, I wonder if you could speak a little bit about how to see or define subtle values, shifts, or small shapes, and how you decide which to include and which to ignore.
Woof. That's a complicated one, like a large question. Um, let's see. Let's talk about this initially, and let's see if I can somewhat execute it during the painting. So in this one, obviously light is coming left to right, kind of side lighting. So it's coming like right there. It's not really coming from above or at an angle. Uh, so that means that the the moment where the form breaks to shadow is we're not going to get that very nice kind of Rembrandt lighting. You need light to be from above for that. You're going to get the shape that protrudes the most, which is like the nose. It's going to create like a little shadow, like a very significant shadow there. And that's both the nose turning and the cast shadow that it's projecting over form. So you're going to get like a mix of those two. With everything else, it's kind of, all of these shapes are going to feel like they're in light, especially this side. This side, like this hemisphere, is going to all be light. So all the values here, every single value here, even if it's dark, even if I know that there's an eye socket there, I have to treat it as an eye socket in light. That's super, super important. And an eye socket in light does not behave the same way as an eye socket in shadow. So that's super, super important. Um, so everything, me mareé.
Good.
So it's the same for every other shape that has like a sort of hemisphere. So nostril in light is going to be different from nostril in shadow. Corner of the mouth in light is going to be different than corner of the mouth in shadow. We can't just say, oh, nostril one side, nostril on the other side, and use the same bit of paint for this than for this. No, they're two completely different conditions. So you have to treat them as such. Same thing with the mouth. As soon as it's turning towards shadow, it's very different. You can't just grab, the color that you put here and just, kind of spread it to the shadow side. Same with the bottom lip. You can't just grab what you have here and then push it to the shadow side. Shadow side has to be completely different. So why am I talking about that? Because the lighting condition is the one that is not conditioning us. That sounds redundant. It's setting the rules for us to follow that we can translate into values. We can use values for for our own well-being, for the painting's own well-being, in the sense that our control, the control we exercise in those moments, is going to help us describe that lighting condition and amplify it. So this requires a lot of control, ton of control. The easiest thing to do is just to, again, say that's one nostril, another nostril, I'm going to do the same thing. No, we have to be super, super in tune with our painting, just so that we don't do unnecessary, like, pushing of values, like trying to make that corner of the mouth darker or this nostril darker, or these little bits of the eye kind of turning in, or hints at the eye socket darker, or even the brow darker, the eyebrow darker. We have to know that this is light. So many times what I'll do is just to force myself to see that, I'll just drag a bunch of light on top of this. And that's what I'm going to do today. Like, I'm going to lose some of my drawing here, probably most of my drawing here, with the hopes that this experience that I'm having right now, just drawing and redrawing and drawing, like putting all these marks, is actually educating me as to how I should go about drawing this portrait, this particular portrait. So in the end, I could cover it up and forget everything that I was doing. But ideally, like, all the information that I am collecting right now is kind of stored in me sensibly, so that I can, when I develop the painting, I can be far more committed, because I've already had this experience while drawing. So I hopefully now know what to expect of my subject matter, because I've experienced it through that underdrawing. So yeah, I think if you're in doubt as to how to, create this choreography, or this, really nice relationship, this really nice play between values, which means controlling some values and saying, I'm going to bunch I'm going to bunch a lot of these in this category of light, and then I'm going to put a lot of these also in midtones. And for shadows, I'm going to compress everything. Everything else, I'm going to super compress it. And I'm not going to do anything with like my darker darks. You could generate so many relationships, so many different relationships as to the let's call it the percentage of instances in your subject matter that you want to have them lean towards like a lighter value or a mid-tone or a darker value. Whatever you want, you're free to do whatever you want in your painting. So but it's only going to be effective if you exercise control over your painting. Like values in painting have to do so much with self-control, so much with self-control. So yeah, it's a lot of self-discipline, just concentration, and just having the clarity of mind as to where, depending on where you're painting, where those forms are supposed to be in your value scale. So yeah, very simple, very fundamental, but a lot of concentration. I hope that wasn't. Yeah, I think I went through like the weeds there. Yeah.
No, I think that was super interesting.
So that's fair. I actually like the drawing. Like sometimes I wish that this was just a drawing. Like I could just keep going and do a drawing of Fed. But it's going to be a painting. So let's get to the painting. I'm going to use the same palette as yesterday. So titanium white, yellow ochre, cad red, alizarin, ultramarine blue, and raw umber.
Si quieres, si puedes repetirlo en español, porque Adrián Salazar había preguntado.
Hola Adrián, ¿la paleta?
¿Cuántos colores tiene tu paleta?
Entonces, bueno, voy a usar. Hola Adrián, voy a usar los que.
¿El micrófono?
Dime.
Acercaste mucho?
Qué pena.
Yeah.
Voy a usar, Adrián, los que normalmente utilizo, que son blanco de titanio, amarillo ocre, rojo cadmio, rojo alizarín, azul ultramarino y tierra de sombra.
Listo.
Natural.
Francisco García dice: hola, saludos desde España.
Hola, Francisco.
Admiro mucho tu trabajo y la capacidad de sintetizar las imágenes. ¿Por qué haces el dibujo con lápiz a color y no con un lápiz grafito normal? Gracias.
No sé, puro capricho. O sea, honestamente, voy a ser súper honesto, Francisco. Porque no hay ninguna otra razón que diferente a que me gusta cómo se siente un lápiz graso. Porque pues estos lápices de color, y en particular los acuarelables, los solubles en agua, son como blandos, son súper blandos. Entonces uno podría decir, pues bueno, use un lápiz de grafito blando, no sé, 8B, si ese fuera el caso. Pero no sé, ya es capricho, no hay ninguna otra razón distinta a capricho, no es necesario. Entonces es más como gusto mío que cualquier otra cosa. La verdad, esa es la verdad. Eso.
Es que no sé pronunciar.
Mándate.
Amarumda me says, excuse me, sir.
Oh,
how old are you?
I am 44. I'm 44. Born August 31st. Send gifts. Nobody has to send anything, by the way. Nobody has to send anything.
No, they don't even know where to send it. So.
Oh, we could give an address if people want. But no. No, because we were talking about that the other day. Like, people sometimes want to send us stuff, but no, it's too complicated. So thank you. Everyone's very, very kind, but you don't have to do it. But thank you.
Daniel MC dice: quiero preguntarte si tienes recomendaciones para perseguir la educación de arte con respecto a las universidades o los talleres. Soy de los Estados Unidos. Lo siento por mi español, es mi segundo idioma.
No, muy buen español. ¿Pero en español también o...?
Pues si quieres, porque también había comentado en inglés. Había dicho, I'm a digital painter because I've never got formal traditional training, but your work makes me want to try oil painting. So maybe you can answer in English.
Yeah.
The question.
Yeah, I would favor, short answer for somebody asking, my thoughts on education, on formal education. Short answer would be, oh, take workshops. They are so effective, and they're so, and not because I do workshops, because I don't do a ton of workshops during the year. How many do I do then? Like last year or this year? I'm sorry, like
This
four,
year, like four, yeah.
four. So it's not like this is, oh, it's my business. I have to like, you know,
Travel and travel and
yeah,
give
or I have to talk
workshops.
up my business. Like I'm trying
Oh
to like
no,
tell
no.
people, oh, you got to do this, and deep inside, I'm just thinking like I have to sell this idea that these workshops are great just so I get more business. No, I don't even do the workshops. Like the studios or the workshops or the schools, they're the ones who ultimately do the workshops. So this is not even like my business. I just get you know paid about 4 times a year to do a workshop. So it's not, that enormous, business for me. But I've seen so many people just have incredible experiences because, granted, you have to have some sort of connection with the person. I mean, ideally, you would have some sort of connection with the person that's teaching. Um, for example, I know if Danny, if Aaron Demetz was doing
Oh,
like a wood,
yeah, or Bruno Welford.
yeah, or Bruno
Yeah,
Waldboth was doing like a wood, wood carving, wood sculpture
yeah.
workshop, Danny would be the first one there. Like the first one there. It doesn't matter if it's a week, and a week is not
And it doesn't matter
nearly
if
enough
I'm
time.
good enough or I don't know any of the tools that they use, because I would love to see them work
Yeah,
and
yeah,
like
exactly. So
hear what they have to say of the way I sculpt.
yeah,
So yeah.
yeah, that's amazing. I mean, those moments I feel are so amazing. They're so incredible that they can't quite be replaced by getting formal training. Now, formal training has, or formal institutions like educational institutions, um, they offer obviously very different ways of understanding education, which also are full of just wonderful qualities. I've often spoken about, the fact that you can't, as much as you can't replace the this kind of direct contact that you have with artists that you admire when you do a small workshop with those artists. um, you can't really replace like a campus, like, hundreds, I'm sorry, hundreds of students just walking around in class, all of them thinking differently than you, getting into arguments, like you seeing so many, different ways of solving stuff. That's amazing. That's incredible. The growth that you go through in those spaces is invaluable. So yeah, I would say that the value of those places is not really so much in the space, like in the actual space or campus, or if it's nice or not, or if it's good housing or not, if the dorms are cool, if there's like cool team spirit there, or none of that matters. Like I've often said that I when I was at SVA, I would have followed my teachers to a garage. Like if they were teaching at a garage, I would have been there. Like I would have never cared where they taught. You could call it an art school, a university, or just like Sunday painting school. Never mattered to me. So yeah, I think so. Ideally, in terms of like what you can gain from working with somebody you respect, and what you can gain from having the encountering universality of thought, hoping to shape your own voice, that's amazing. So those two things are equally as valuable if you decide to go either way. Now, if education was less expensive, I would be 100% in, but it's just too expensive. It's beginning to be like um unsustainable. And that's when I draw the line. That's where I drew the line with my job, because I was always critical of the university I worked at, of the faculty. Well, not even the faculty that I worked at, just the university. So too expensive, way too expensive. Like almost at times you could say it was inhuman, like the cost, because families would have to go through great measures of saving money or going in debt, or the actual student going in debt just to get an education. And that's not right. It doesn't matter how good the education is, that can't be the justification. Because if the justification is always like, well, it's great quality education, then the argument is always like, well, why do the rich get good quality education and not the poor? So, so I can't support that. I'll never ever support that.
Yeah. So Daniel,
Yep.
who was the person asking, said, "Yeah, workshops I think are strong and less committal time and money wise. The ability to have more art community that exists in university is something I really crave, but it's so expensive."
I know.
But also,
Yes, Dan.
I think Daniel can look for ateliers,
Yeah,
because
yeah,
I think if there's not a lot of workshops in the area and
yeah,
they don't want to travel,
yeah,
they would have that sense of community, or like
yeah, sure.
people working at the same time,
Yeah,
like that experience that you have at art school. So
yeah, no, you're totally right. In here with Camilo, with Taller 301, there's a really nice kind of studio energy. And
yeah,
I think when I was at Blank
yeah,
with Felipe, that was a very very cool. Like people that I met, like Mario. We didn't know Mario before
before,
that,
yeah,
and yeah, and I consider Mario like a very good friend. Um, so yeah, so Danny also says that what Danny's saying is that that atmosphere can also be found in like smaller places. It's not necessarily exclusive to those big campuses, big
yeah.
universities. So maybe you can look for some of those. But yeah, it's just that price point always kills it for me. Always kills it for me. It's that one variable that I go like, okay, I'm out. I'm out. I just can't. I can't support something that's so expensive.
William Felipe dice, Nicolás, ¿usted tomó el workshop de Colleen Barry y Will St. John? Y si
Sí,
sí, ¿qué tal la experiencia?
sí, no era, o sea, no era un workshop porque no, pues digamos que no era, las personas que lo pagamos no estábamos trabajando con ellos. Entonces, en ese sentido, en el sentido estricto como de la palabra, no era un workshop. Era más ver el proceso de Will y Will lo iba explicando. Mm, y pues hubo un momento, yo no lo vi en vivo, no tuve tiempo porque estuvimos trabajando esos días, entonces no tuve como tiempo de verlo en vivo, pero pues después me di cuenta que la gente hacía preguntas, em, y fue generoso con la información, yo siento, que es muy chévere. En mi caso, no sé en el caso de otras personas, pero en mi caso digamos que pagué por él porque yo nunca he pintado de esa manera, nunca. Y me di cuenta que nunca tampoco conocí, pues o sea, conocí a personas que más o menos podían pintar de esa manera, pero tampoco. O sea, la verdad, tampoco digamos que a ese nivel. Me hubiera gustado también muchísimo, porque Colin estaba ahí y Colin, pues, digamos que hacía parte de las respuestas también, o sea, de ese momento de responder ante las preguntas, pues ella también respondía, pero a mí me hubiera gustado resto oír la voz de ella más. A mí también me gusta muchísimo la pintura de ella, incluso de pronto la pintura de ella es como, es un poquito más cercana a mi sensibilidad. A mí me podría decir que me gusta más lo que hace ella. Pero fue curioso, fue como enriquecedor en el sentido de ver a una persona trabajando en una técnica que pues yo digamos que racionalmente comprendo, pero que pues yo nunca había trabajado así. Entonces, chévere, bonito ver a una persona haciendo algo que uno dice, uy, ¿cómo hacen eso? Y por qué piensan así. Porque la pintura pues no es tampoco, o sea, uy, tenía un verde ahí en la paleta. Verde Green Goblin.
No
Eh,
vi.
sí, aquí estaba. Porque la pintura no es una cosa monolítica, entonces hay tantas formas de cómo llegar a ese objetivo que, digamos, compartimos los que tenemos como un respeto por el naturalismo o digamos por exaltar la naturaleza en algún momento de nuestro proceso artístico. Entonces, es chévere, muy bonito. Para mí fue súper bonito ver eso. Era más curioso, tenía yo más curiosidad que cualquier otra cosa, porque no creo que yo esté hecho para pintar como él pinta, pero bueno, pues por eso es que él pinta como él pinta. Entonces, pero sí, chévere. Yo no sé si eso se consigue, yo ni siquiera he chequeado si eso todavía está disponible, si ese
Sí,
video está disponible.
Gabriel Pozo
¿Sí?
estaba diciendo el video del demo de Wilson John
¿Sí?
está para comprarlo en su página. Le ha
Sí.
bajado el precio hasta diciembre 31.
Ah, qué bueno, qué bueno. No sé, ¿a
Entonces,
cuánto, Gabriel, cuánto está? Porque creo que costaba $250 el, sí. Era costoso, la verdad. Era un poquito costoso. Pero había mucha gente además. Se hicieron un
pues
montonón de
igual
plata.
todavía lo siguen,
Muy merecido, o sea, todo bien.
lo
Es un pintor
siguen
muy, muy bueno.
vendiendo.
Y ella es y ella a mí se me hace lo máximo. Pero sí se hicieron un montonón de plata
Ah,
con eso.
está, ahí vi
Ajá.
en 150.
Bueno, sí. O de pronto, pues, digamos, lo voy a decir así. Si yo fuera amigo de alguien, le diría, oiga, paguemos la mitad. Y de pronto, o si yo fuera amigo de 4 personas, les digo, paguemos la mitad. Y ya, no pasa nada, mi amor, eso no pasa nada. Dani está nerviosa con lo que estoy diciendo y no pasa nada, mi amor. O sea, que harta gente se haga una vaca para pagar un video, no, ¿qué va a tener eso de malo? O sea, eso no tiene nada de malo. Entonces, y ellos no lo prohíben tampoco y no es como, no es como que el video se ate a la IP. Entonces, si para un usuario, si no reconocen la IP, entonces ya no pueden mostrar el video. No. Si no estoy mal, si alguien, por ejemplo, quisiera compartir el link del video, lo puede compartir. Es como un video privado de YouTube y ya, no es complicado. Pero bueno, cada quien.
Sergio G says, hello, sorry if it's a basic question,
No, don't worry.
but when you have cat red and alizarin crimson,
Yes.
what is the thought process of using one or the other during a portrait? Why not just one of them?
Oh, because they're very, very different. So this is very warm, opaque, super saturated. And this is very cool, transparent, and somewhat saturated, I would say. So, they're both very useful depending on the lighting condition that you're trying to paint. So for my light, for example, right now, I'm using my alizarin uh, because that's a very cool light. And as it turns towards the shadow, it gets, my shadows tend to get a little bit warmer. So I'm going to start to introduce my cat red. So it's a nice way of kind of exaggerating that little bit of difference that we have in terms of temperature and interpreting it through pigment.
Um, so when you were talking about your birthday and
My
sending
birthday.
things to
Yeah.
you, your birthday,
Yeah.
Beshria said, how cool would it be to be able to send gifts to you guys?
Thank you. You're very nice, but yeah, that would be awesome,
But complicated.
but complicated. Yes.
Yeah.
Unfortunately complicated. So no.
Eh, Geneva said, Danny, would you do a live on the channel sculpting? I really, I really don't think so. Because for me it's a super long process.
Yeah,
I wouldn't know how to record, but I mean, never say never. I don't know if
you know it.
maybe someday I do it, but it's not something I have in mind quite now. So
Yeah, it's if you feel comfortable. I mean,
no, but also
I'd
because
have
of the way I work and the space in which I work,
right,
it
right,
wouldn't
right.
be that easy. So, and also because I do like tiny pieces, I wouldn't know how to put the camera without like poking my head in the camera all the time.
Yeah, yeah. I'm guess. Yeah, I don't know if that's a super easy thing to do. You know that you know how I look at the people that paint kind of like the figures,
Mm-hmm.
and they always like it's always good information, but really bad.
Because it's always from the side, isn't it?
Yeah, but it's
Because
always like if they move it,
yeah,
like it goes in and out of zoom
yeah,
constantly. Like if they move the piece,
yeah,
the camera can't catch up.
yeah, yeah,
So
yeah,
if they're moving constantly, yeah, like you would have to have like a, you know, working at an f11 just to guarantee that
yeah,
everything would be in focus. But even then, you would need so much light
yeah.
to do that. So what you're saying is true. Like the setup would have to be very very specific.
Mm,
So while you do that, I'm gonna say I'm going for my midtones, kind of like the um. I'm about to sneeze. Ah, I held it. I held it in. But I'm going for my midtones. I usually feel most comfortable when working from midtones. So I kind of go for a sort of grayish, kind of uh, dead-ish, mucky version of what I'm looking at, and I feel super super comfortable working within those. So this is kind of like because I'm using um, a substrate that has no no priming. I kind of have to drag my brush and drag those strokes around just a little bit, just so that I can guarantee that I'm pushing my paint. So it takes a little bit to get the form kind of going, but it's very exciting to watch it kind of slowly but surely develop. So as it develops, I'm gonna try to be extra mindful of my drawing and a sense of unity. Things that I think were the ones that were not really present in the process of yesterday's painting and the execution of yesterday's painting while I was doing it. So today I'm gonna just be a little bit more mindful of keeping my eye um, kind of on top of the painting, just so that it won't happen again. We'll see.
em, Jesús de la Osa
Sí.
decía, no, pues pregunta,
Decía Jesús,
decía Jesús,
sí, San Marcos 2:7.
¿para cuando un estudio tour?
Uy, para ver mis muñecos, todas mis estatuas y mis muñecos.
Pero el próximo año estamos pensando de pronto poder poner camaritas para que
Sí,
nos, pues como que nos vean
que
mientras
nos vean.
charlamos, sí,
Sí,
como que no estén hablando
para que
con
crean
la
que
mano de Nicolás y con
sí,
mi voz.
sí.
Entonces, de pronto ahí van a ver un poquito. Atrás, mi fondo va a ser las figuras de Nicolás y tu fondo va a ser el
Tu
setup.
cabeza,
Sí, mi cabeza y el setup de
el
nosotros.
trípode.
Entonces,
Sí,
sí.
el
Entonces,
súper atractivo trípode.
ahí ven,
Sí, no es un estudio como un estudio de pintura, lo decimos desde ya, o sea, como
pues
un...
es
No, pues es un estudio de pintura en la medida que es un estudio de pintura, o sea, yo también si trabajaba en mi pieza, pues yo
mi
pinté en
pieza.
mi pieza y yo decía,
¿Pieza?
pues mi
Porque dices
pieza,
pieza, mi cuarto.
pues era mi pieza. ¿Tu
Bueno,
mamá nunca dijo pieza?
mi mamá,
Sí, mi mamá decía
no
pieza,
sé. De pronto
sí,
mi abuela decía pieza.
sí, no. Pero, pues si yo trabajo entonces alcoba, en mi recámara,
en tu cuarto,
en mi recámara,
mis aposentos.
pues, pues ese es mi estudio. O sea, sí, estudio va a ser donde sea que uno trabaje y ya, punto. Pero es que hay veces la gente tiene como una visión
Sí, de
distinta,
estudio.
distinta de lo
Sí.
que es un estudio.
Em,
Menem.
Alejandra Ardila dice,
Uy,
hola,
¿qué hubo, Alejandra?
hola por aquí pintando y escuchándolos. Un
Uy, muy
abrazo
bien.
grande para los dos.
La
Tan
mejor, lo
bonito.
mejor, Alejandra es lo máximo. Vean el trabajo que hace Alejandra, que es súper, súper bonito. No he logrado cuadrar con Alejandra porque sé que está de profesora. Se me hace súper chévere, súper chévere. Pero
Chequen.
chequen el trabajo de Alejandra en Instagram.
Está pasando. Eh, so Daniel said, "Do you ever leave your work in the rougher, more unfinished state? Sometimes I love how a piece looks when it is less refined and still showing parts of the drawing underneath."
I think so, right?
Yeah,
Yeah, I think I've left things kind of at a what you would call like a developmental stage, or places where I wouldn't associate with a finish, but I think they're interesting, and I leave them there for sure. Yeah,
but I would say that you don't leave it unfinished, because
yeah. Oh,
when you
go
when you
ahead. I'm
leave
sorry.
them like that is because you find that to be the finished painting. Because
Yeah.
I think that sometimes unfinished is when you're like, ugh, like you don't want to work more, or you're just like you didn't find the time to work in that piece more, and you
Mm,
just showed it how it is.
right.
But I think that it's your decision to finish it in that stage.
Yeah, to call it or solved,
Yeah,
resolved.
yeah.
That's why I sometimes, like, I know I push this, but I try to replace the word finish for solving or resolving something. So that sounds a little more freeing, I feel. Yeah, because what you say, it's right. It's totally right. Sometimes unfinished can mean a lot of things, and it can mean forgotten. For example, a painting that you
Yeah.
were like, oh, I can't, I can't go back to that painting, and you just put it to the side, and then you were painting so many other things, that years went by and you never got back to painting that painting. So that doesn't quite mean the same as just consciously, leaving a painting at a stage where you're like, I like this,
Yeah.
I think this is interesting. So yeah, you're right.
So Column said, do you ever find that it's easier to introduce shape design with still life over portraits? I often spend time worrying if it looks or feels like the person over the design of the piece.
But I struggle a lot with that too, Callum. I'd say, I'd like to believe that I'm very, or that, I would have the ability to separate myself from likeness. But no, if I do a painting where I'm trying to evoke Danny or Danny-ness, or I'm trying to paint Fer, or I'm trying to paint Samu, and they are not there at all, like that would be very frustrating. Like if I completely whiff and miss, like that's that's very frustrating, I would say. So yeah, and this coming from a person that I feel completely okay with just working abstractly and going for shapes. But I think that if I miss it that much, if I miss that much, I wouldn't be super satisfied. Like I have to have like a semblance of who I'm working with. But if that little bit is there, then I'm fine. I think I'll be fine. You know, then I can hold on to that little bit and then justify um just taking tons of chances in other areas.
I'm struggling a little to talk because I just bit my tongue.
Why
So
did you? What were you doing?
I was talking.
Oh, while you were
And then,
talking,
yeah.
you
So I'm gonna go out for a second?
Oh, okay.
Maybe you can tell
You
us
can
something.
bleed out, outside. So I'm going for that. As Danny gets some first aid. Yeah, yeah. She looks like a vampire right now. Um, so what I'm going for right now, which I think I'm getting this stage better than what I did with yesterday's painting, is again like a sense of unity. I like this overall shape. Like I said, I'm a sucker for pyramids in art. This is not new. This is like forever. We've done, for centuries and centuries. If you think about any Madonna and Child, um, almost all religious paintings, they have like a pyramid shape just to emphasize hierarchies. So this is super fun for me. But I think aside from the very basic shape, which lends itself to just be a little more, I guess, um, subtle in terms of separating both hemispheres and saying, well, what happens on this side is kind of different from the nature of what's happening on the right side of the painting. The right side of the painting kind of feels like it slides down, while this one feels more like a vine. It just feels like it grows to the side. This one just kind of slides down. So I actually really like when in a symmetrical form, um, the subtle differences kind of condition or invite you to explore just different ways of emphasizing shapes. So aside from that, which is nice in terms of design, very simple, very subtle. I'm hoping that the overall sense of light in it, I can hold on to that while trying to develop little bits of the features. So that's going to be my plan for the rest of the session. Just going further, but never sacrificing the sense of bigness of light in the light side. So let's see if we can pull that off. That's going to be my sole objective for today. And I think it's a sole objective because I need to make it easier for myself. Because I think yesterday I got confused. It doesn't matter if the painting came out cool or if people liked it. Like, it doesn't matter. Like, the fact was that I got confused, and I don't want to go through that all the time because I know that yesterday I got lucky, but that's not the way to do a lot of painting. Like, you can't do that every time you paint. You can't expect to be saved by just random, decisions in a painting every single time. So no. Ideally, you always want to control your painting. So I'm gonna go for that today. How's the mouth, Danny? Is it still
Mm, no, it's better.
full of blood?
No, when I
Tastes like
drink,
iron?
yeah, 'cause I had that like metal taste
I
in my
know.
mouth. Terrible.
Told you.
Yeah.
Don't do your vampire stuff when we're doing the live. I've asked you.
No, and I just like I bit myself just before I started
No, but come on.
reading the question.
Yeah.
So I read the question in pain, but now
Okay,
I'm
but
back.
yeah, but try
um,
not to bite yourself.
again. But Freya said, yeah, it's precisely that feeling that keeps me from painting people I'm close with. I feel like I'm not competent enough to try and capture them in any way.
Oh no, but you don't have to be. I know that what you're speaking about is like, ability, because usually we tie ability with the um,
Like being competent, you say? Or
yeah, with having the right tools to be able to access, the
yeah.
drawing, the necessary drawing that is like what we associate with a likeness. Um, but you don't need it. You really, really don't need it. I mean, well, we both believe. I mean, Wilfred Wood
Oh
is a
yeah.
great
Oh, and
draftsperson.
you can see it in the back. I was seeing in the
Oh, that's cool.
reference
Yeah,
photo.
but yeah, but he's a great draftsperson,
Yeah.
an incredible draftsperson. Not in the traditional sense
Yeah.
of drawing, not at
Not at
all.
all.
I'm
Yeah.
sure that there's a lot of people that would go like, "Are you
This
crazy?
is
Like, what are you talking about?
super
Good."
bad drawing. Yeah. So.
Yeah, good is like, Bugaro, good is Sargent, good is Edwin Austin Abbey, good is Zorn drawing. But never, ever, with those people in the same sentence, like put those people, I'm sorry. No, never, or you usually don't ever see people that are exalting like the classical sense of appreciation of drawing, exalt the type of drawing that
That.
Wilfred Wood
Yeah. Yeah.
does. And yet he's able to access like the person's essence,
Yeah.
the sitter's essence. Amazing. Just
Yeah.
take a look at his Instagram and see what I mean, and you'll understand why we both Danny and I just absolutely love his work.
And it's so crazy because he access that like likeness or essence or whatever with like two strokes.
Yeah.
Amazing.
Sometimes he does a lot to try to get to that. Like
No,
it's
but
not just one. No, no. By a lot, I mean I'm sorry, Danny, if
oh
I interrupted you.
no no.
By a lot, I don't mean a lot of lines, but just a lot of
Oh
drawings
yeah yeah
trying to get to
yeah
understand.
yeah. But the lines feel like super seguras,
Oh yeah, confident.
confident. Yeah yeah. Erika Wonder Gem says hi Nicolas
Nice,
and
nice
Danny.
username. Erika Wonder Jam.
Wonder Gem. Yeah. I don't know if it's a
Gem or jam?
gem.
Gem as in a precious stone,
M A
semi-precious.
yeah.
Yeah.
Maybe it's the last name
Oh, that I
because it
don't think
says
so.
Erika Space Wonder Gem. So
That would be very medieval and very
that would be
cool.
super cool. Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, are you Erica from the Wonder Gems? The
It
I don't
sounds
know.
super cool. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
So Erika said, hi, Nicolas and Danny. Can you just mix titanium white with transparent colors?
Sure. Why not? Yeah, of course. I mean, you won't have transparent colors, but if you mix them with white, with titanium white, because it's very opaque, very chalky, but it's okay. It's totally okay. Sargent used to say that you don't rely on the transparency of the pigment to paint something transparent, that you have to paint the color transparent. You have to mix a transparent color. And he's not talking about the pigment being, transparent as in translucid. No, no, no. He would just mix everything. So even for Sargent saying that's a really nice thing Sargent would say, but that kind of goes against like Baroque painting if you think about it. Because Rembrandt would paint literally like his shadows would be transparent, literally transparent. So it puts me at odds to hear two of my favorite painters just believing in two very different things, very very different things in terms of like philosophy. So if I had to pick one, Rembrandt always,
Uh,
always Rembrandt, always. I mean, Sargent is amazing, but always Rembrandt.
so Marcelo Peralta said, I feel more the other way around. Lately, I've been painting relatives, and it helps me to, quote unquote, commit more to the subject.
Cool.
Maybe I just feel they will be more forgiving than a stranger because they love me.
Oh, that's
That's
nice.
nice.
That's
Yeah.
nice.
So let me see if we have more questions,
I
maybe.
feel like someone fair would be like, really? Is that us? Like, really?
But for example, I'm super, like, I don't care if you, mm,
Oh, with
se
you
me
when I've taken
fue,
liberties
se me
with
está yendo todo,
se
oye,
te está yendo? Yeah.
sí.
Maybe that's a side effect from biting your lip.
Yeah,
Um,
no, but I was trying to say that I don't care the way you paint me. Like if you try to exaggerate something,
oh, you're awesome with
I
that.
I love that.
Yeah, but it's because you're awesome with that.
No,
Sometimes people have problems with that.
yeah, well,
Not you.
yeah, not me, because I remember the painting you did, like one of the first paintings you did in the sketchbook.
Oh, that's
The
my
one,
favorite painting of
yeah,
yours.
that I was
Still.
sneezing, and I love that painting. I look so weird, but I love it. It's so good.
That's my favorite painting of yours.
Is
And
it?
I think so. Is it? Yeah, I think so. I think so.
I was thinking maybe
Which one?
the painting you did,
Of the brown
maybe
jacket?
that wasn't me. No, at the beginning of our painted lives, maybe week 3,
Oh,
I
I
think.
like that one too.
Yeah,
The
yeah,
backlit one.
yeah. I thought
Yeah, that one's
maybe.
that's one of my favorite paintings of our painted lives. So maybe you could you show those too?
Yeah, I'm looking
I
for
think
them.
those are very two different ways of portraying you, but I think in my mind they're both you
Oh,
because you.
a
I
hundred
mean,
percent.
I
Yeah.
think we're both like that. Like, um, I think you're perfect. I think you're absolutely perfect.
No, you're just
But
being
I
super
but
sweet.
I think what makes you perfect is the fact that there's so much in you. Like there's not just this kind of single representation to you, but you are like a complex human being, and I feel like those are two very different like ways of representing you, but that still
Oh,
when I look at them, it's like they are you.
yeah. And I feel like myself when I look at those two. And a lot of paintings you do. Yesterday, for example, I know you didn't like it, but I feel like I'm there.
Yeah, really?
I do.
But don't you think it's because it's a little open, so there's room for completing a lot of the stuff that's not there?
Mm,
Maybe.
mm.
You're
Eh,
not giving me
No,
that
no,
one,
no.
but
I was thinking that I feel like myself, maybe because of the gesture.
okay. Oh
So,
yeah, yeah. The gesture, like that, would have the paint. Yesterday's painting would have never worked if it didn't have that little bit of the neck and the shoulders. I thought I was happy with that. I think the blue shirt was really cool.
well, and I
Came out
think it's
cool.
open, but I think you can see me there.
Yeah, you're maybe
Because
right.
if you ask, for example, my grandma, she
Yeah.
would say it's Danny.
Yeah, or if I'm thinking like, could this be one of my sisters? And I think no, of
No.
course not.
Yeah. So, mm, so I'm gonna put the two paintings that we were talking about.
Oh, awesome.
Oh, so
You can cover the palette if you want for a
this
little
one
bit.
first. Oh, there you go.
Yeah, I love that painting.
Yeah.
Love it.
That's the one when I had a terrible flu and I was sneezing and you did rafaga, how do I say that? Like
Like
a
burst, like a
yeah,
burst.
like a burst of photos. And of course you loved
Oh,
the
of
one.
course. Yeah, of course I was gonna pick that one.
Yeah.
That one's perfect.
No, but it's super cool. And let's see. Mm,
Oh, you could put the two at the same. Oh, okay. Oh, okay.
no, I had to change.
Okay, that's fine. Yeah, I like that one too.
Yeah.
That's very nice. That's very nice.
You know which one I like a lot and I feel like me a lot too? And it's weird because it's not like a frontal portrait or nothing like that, but the one that I'm sleeping in the bed,
Oh yeah, that
that's,
one. That one was tough for me. That's a tough painting too.
yeah, but that's me 1,000%.
Yeah, I like that painting too.
Yeah.
Because I struggled with that one a lot. I don't know if you remember. Like,
No, no, I,
yeah, that one was like yesterday's painting in many ways. I had to scrape that. That video's there for anyone to see if they want. But I remember scraping that head just many many times. I was very frustrated. I think I even spoke about it. I probably spoke about it not on that video, but on the one
on the next
afterward.
one?
Yeah, on the
Yeah.
next one. I feel, but because that's how our voiceovers would go.
Yeah.
But yeah, that one was a struggle too. I remember that. Clearly remember it.
So Marcelo Peralta said, that's backlit Danny.
Yeah, backlit Danny is
Yeah,
super
it's
cool.
one of my favorite paintings from our painted lives also. I watched the video a lot of times.
Oh, thank you. Thank
Oh
you.
yeah.
I like it. It's one of I'd say it's in my top 5. I'd even say it's in my top 3.
And in your Danny paintings.
Oh, top 2 maybe, or top 1. I think it's the one that I like the
Yeah?
most.
More than
Well, the
the
gray
sneeze
one,
one?
no, I don't know. Could they
Sneeze
tie?
and
Could they be like the guys in the long jump in the Olympics that they shared the gold medal?
now you're being super nice, and I was gonna say no. You have to pick one. So
Well, it happened
if
in
you
the
had
Olympics.
to, if you
Oh
had to.
crap. No, I'd probably, if I had to
No, you know what?
100%.
Don't answer.
Okay.
I would like the winning tie. That's good for me.
I love that. The winning tie. I love that.
Ariel Celeda.
And all I was
Oh.
thinking was a tie, like a necktie competing in the Olympics, just running like a
Mhm.
little necktie running.
But running like the.
Clumsily, very clumsily.
I was thinking the tie running like the circle and the triangle in our intro. Like
So that would be march. So he would compete
no,
in
no,
the
no,
march, not
faster,
running.
faster, but like with that motion,
Dude, those
like
people that run that
arms,
march,
legs,
I think
arms,
they
legs.
march at like 20 kilometers per hour. It's
Have you tried
insane.
marching? Because
Oh, my hips hurt.
I had to do that at
Yeah,
school.
and you have to keep one foot on the ground all the
It
times.
burns so
Yeah,
bad.
but don't your hip, like your femur, like
No,
the head of the
mine
of the
doesn't.
femur? No.
No.
Oh, my hips would hurt. I remember just running in the
But are you sure
treadmill.
you're doing it right?
Yeah. Because I looked weird. That's how you know you're doing it right, because it
No.
looks really weird. But I remember, no. I used to be okay at running. I was never great, but I used to be okay. And I tried. I remember just because when I was training for the half marathons, I would go like not full sprint, but like the final sprint. If you're running like 2 hours, I would try to go to like 19 kilometers
Mhm.
per hour,
Mhm.
probably. And because I think the treadmill would go up to 20. And I remember one time I was watching some Olympics, and I think they were marching at like 18, 20 kilometers per hour, which is crazy.
Yeah.
You should can you check that for me, because I
Wait, because I
you
was.
know that I love my sports, and
Yeah.
I don't like to say stuff that doesn't
So
make
just
sense in
give me
sports.
1 second because they were asking for the link for the backlit Danny.
Oh, cool. That's
I
the
feel weird saying
third video.
Danny when I'm Danny. Like third person in myself.
That's the third video, wasn't it?
So wait,
One,
backlit
one,
Danny.
two.
No,
What
no, no.
was it?
Because remember the first
It's you.
three were the one with the
Yeah,
scarf.
but the first like third painting, then let's call
Let's
it.
see.
I'm
Oh,
gonna say it was you, then my mother, then it was you, or was it you, my mother, then Sepa, then you?
no. So it was first was the one of the scarf that had three
Oh, and then
videos.
it's Angelica.
No,
Oh, wow,
then
this one's
it's
far back.
your mom.
Yeah, then it's Angelica
Yeah,
and Emilia,
and
and then
then it's
you.
me. Yeah.
Oh, okay, and then Sepa.
So
Oh,
it's
okay.
Thursday, week 1.
Thursday, week 1.
That sounds
Way too long
yeah.
ago.
So back. In which week will we be?
Right now?
Yeah, like
Oh, I even forgot where we stopped.
yeah, cause wait.
Maybe 90?
Mm,
Around 90, I feel.
so we were in week 80,
Yeah. Oh,
the
no, so not
30
90.
of the month 9.
So of September?
September, yeah.
Wow.
So no, I'm not gonna do the math.
Yeah.
If
I
you
heard you
want to,
try in your
I
brain.
was
I
like,
heard your brain go
no,
like,
no, I'm
okay,
not.
let's do this. And then you were like, no,
No.
not doing it.
But maybe if you guys want to do the math and let us know.
So marching. I need to know the
Okay.
marching.
So I'm gonna go for
Olympic marching speed. Yeah.
Is it race walking?
Well, I think it's marching.
Yeah, no, race walking.
Race walking? Is that what it's called? It's called marching. Come on.
Is
No?
this one, right? Yeah, it's this one.
Yeah. It's
Race
not called
walking.
race walking.
It says pues es que in Spanish is pues es que in Spanish is marcha,
Yeah, I thought it was
but
marching.
it's race
Yeah,
walking.
marching maybe sounds like military
So,
march.
mm,
Race walking. I've never heard of that. No, but you're in the wiki. Like, you probably can get that super easy somewhere else.
so it says power walkers reach a maximum comfortable walking pace.
But not comfortable. I mean, these guys are Olympic, athletes. I'm sure they're everything but comfortable when
So
they're.
wait, so mm, ¿cómo era que se llamaba? Yo te dije
Oh, Danny.
race walking, yeah.
Danny does amazing things. Fast Google searching. Not one of them.
Race walking. Wait.
Oh my God, this is. I'll do it on my phone. Like,
No, wait,
I'll do
wait.
it on my phone. Like, this is. I know I can beat you.
They cover a 20 kilometer in an hour and 30 minutes. So 8 to 9 miles per hour. It's that the info you wanted?
No, that's
Isn't
not
it?
even close.
Mm, no, because they give time. They don't say like an average speed. So,
Oh, they always do.
well, I don't find it.
Okay, so
Ah, you found it.
well, I can try and make it.
You have to do the math.
So race walkers, women's
ahead.
20 kilometers.
Yeah, I saw that.
was
And
it-
50 kilometers, but that's the distance. they
Yeah, it
have
doesn't
to
matter. Yeah,
run.
but if they tell you 20 kilometers in like an hour 30,
But that's what I read because it says, um,
so they are going at 15 kilometers per hour, right? Am I?
I don't know because I don't know the numbers you're looking at.
15, 7? No. So they have to go at 14
It
and
says
7.
8 to 9 miles per hour.
14 to 15 kilometers per hour. That's what they are.
So again, it says 8 to 9 miles per hour.
So I think, but in kilometers, I think I'm not off. Okay. So no, so 20, 19 or 20 was way too fast for that. Yeah, you can't do that with with one leg down, with one leg always touching the floor.
Mm,
This is our rabbit hole moment of the
the
of the
first
live
one.
video. Yeah. One of many. One of many.
So, let me see the comments. Oh, because I was going to read one a long time ago.
Yeah, this like an hour ago.
So,
Yes.
mm,
Yes, Daniela.
mm,
Oh, Danny. Oh my God.
I'm looking for a question. Wait.
Yeah.
Because the one I was going to read was
Yes.
from.
Was bad?
No.
Don't be
Was in
judgy.
Spanish. Ariel Celeda estaba preguntando si podía mostrar la imagen, que no la había alcanzado a ver.
Ah,
pero-
la de Fer.
¿Qué? No, ahí
¿Cuál
está.
imagen?
No, ¿ves? Es que fue hace tanto que ya se te olvidó.
No, pues.
La de la
no
mía
sé.
en sombra.
Ah,
Pero ya, mientras charlábamos, yo ya la puse, ya la quité, ya
Perfecto.
compartí el link.
Con el link estamos perfectos.
Entonces, Yum Taco.
Young Taco.
No,
Nice.
Yum. Yum.
Oh,
Yum Taco. No, young, but yum.
could be
Says,
either or.
do you use water mixable oils still? And how's your experience with them yet?
Danny was using them but I did. How many did I do? 2 weeks? Did I end up doing like 2 weeks, Danny,
I
or just
think
one?
so. I think so, but I'm not sure. Maybe
I
one.
forget too. I know for sure one. I'm not sure if I did two. I forget. I forget. Oh, wait. No. No, I think it was just one. So Danny was the last one that was using them. So maybe Danny, you could
N-
speak about how you
I
felt
used
about them.
them like for two paintings.
Yeah, but
So,
you were the last. I mean, but you did them closer to today than mine. So you have the freshest memory.
so how's my experience?
Yeah.
Well, I think they're fine because I'm used to use gouache,
Okay.
so I don't find them super weird. Because I remember you said that you didn't like that you were uncomfortable because they were like gouache, but that's the reason I'm
Um.
comfortable with them. So,
Yeah. I mean, gouache in some respects, but weird in other respects because they are kind of gummy.
yeah.
Also, a little bit.
Oh, but I remember I struggled because I couldn't like the layers saturated my surface. I don't know if that makes sense, but I
Mm-hmm.
couldn't paint on top of what I was painting
Mm.
because I think
Yeah.
in gouache I can build easier
Yeah.
than in water mixable oils.
Yeah. You have like a nice touch for gouache. I don't have that at all.
So yeah, and but when we were traveling, we got
Oh, a
the
medium. You have
medium.
to try
Yeah,
it out. Yeah.
no, I haven't. Yeah,
No,
but
no,
we
no. You
have
have to
to.
try it
Yeah,
out
yeah,
and
yeah,
let me know because I've never used one of those mediums.
yeah, yeah. We have to try it. You said it was like a liquid, was it?
I'm thinking it should behave like a gel medium
Yeah,
because the other stuff was like oil, just like an oil
yeah,
emulsion, and
yeah,
that's
yeah,
about
yeah.
it. But it's probably gonna feel like oil, and it won't be like there's not gonna be anything interesting about that. I feel
Yeah. So we would try ¿cómo se dice?
medium
The medium, and we'll let you know. Yum taco. Um,
yum taco.
yum taco. Eh, Thomas Golunsky said,
Hey, Tommy,
"Ha, I have backlit Danny as my iPad background.
no
Such a good
way.
painting."
Oh no way.
That's cool.
So mine is not backlit Danny. Mine is drawing of Danny. Mine is
That
my
was
phone. I love that one too.
gouache, wasn't it?
It's
Like
it's
the
uh it's pencil
and
and
gouache.
gouache.
Yeah,
Yeah, pencil. I fixed it,
yeah, and then
and then I
no,
what?
no, no, no. It was pencil gouache, and then you fixed it.
No, 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 no.
Yeah,
Well, let me think. Let me think. I don't know if I would have put gouache just on top of that pencil though.
yeah, I think you did.
No, I. You know what I think I did, Danny? I
What?
fixed it lightly, but I did put some fixative on it, which I
Mhm,
was because I was very nervous of the gouache not absorbing
mhm.
because of the fixative on the
Yeah.
paper. And you know how I finished it with wax. I
Oh.
put because this was mounted on wood. Do you remember? It was a
Mm,
paper that I glued
yeah.
on top of wood. Yeah.
Yeah. That
Uh,
was a series,
a
wasn't it?
series. Yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, yeah. That's three,
Maybe I
three or
remember
four
like
drawings,
pink
maybe.
fair.
Yeah, Fer,
Mm,
Alejandra.
no, I don't remember that.
No, not Fer. It was
Yeah.
Titis.
No, fair with some flowers.
No, but that was different. That was from another because these all were a show. I did three of them
Mm-hmm.
that Kent Williams invited me.
Oh,
Super proud. I was super proud of that
I'm gonna
show.
Google it.
Nicolás Uribe, Kent Williams.
Lo dijiste muy emocionado.
Yes.
And Williams.
Well, it
Okay.
was the first time that he invited me to a show.
Mm,
I felt super happy, proud. It's in a gallery in New Mexico. I forget. Maybe. Maybe.
I don't see it.
Yeah.
So this one was it?
Yes.
Evoke.
Evoke.
Oh yeah.
There we go. Yeah.
So, oh yeah, it was titties
Yeah, I
with
remember.
flowers.
Yeah, I remember.
But I said Fer with flowers.
But were
So
you thinking of that one?
yeah.
Oh, okay. I thought you were thinking of something else. No, no, no. That one for sure was Cristina, my
Eh,
niece.
Lina.
Lina, Lina. No era, no Alejandra, Lina, Lina.
Alejandra, sí, yo decía, ¿quién es Alejandra?
Pero Lina no es Lina Alejandra, ¿no?
No, no sé. Yo
Yo
no,
creo. No sé por qué creo.
nunca la conocí. Sí, 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 sí. Entonces, volvamos a ver qué. Em,
For some reason, I am working on little bits of the. Well, not for some reason. Hopefully, for good reason. But I'm working on little bits of the of Fer's jacket, her school uniform, because I want this base to be loose, but also to be a little specific in the sense that I just want it to be interesting. So it has to satisfy both things. It has to be a little bit of nothing, but a little bit of nothing that's done with care. So I'm trying to get to that little bit of balance, I feel.
so Van Sant said, Maisha choose Christmas songs over our painted lives. You've been
Oh,
dethroned by WOM. Hello, Danny and Nico.
what is if Maisha is there? What is your favorite Christmas song? Or Vincent, you gotta tell us what her favorite Christmas song is.
Yours.
Me, mine. Oh, oh, the Muppets, the 12 Days of Christmas, for sure, 100%.
I was thinking in the burrito sabanero.
Ah, in Spanish, no, no, but those we talked about this. Like
Yeah.
they're in separate categories.
Yeah.
Like in Spanish, no, I would have to go like way more classic. Burrito Sabanero is good, but
It's no, or the one of the que le royeron los calzones.
Uy, sí, pero
¿Cómo
no,
es
no,
que
no.
es? Del
No te voy.
chocolatero.
Sí,
Ese es muy chévere.
pero no, a mí me gusta como, o sea, para mí es como tu taina o la nanita nana.
Ah, sí, muy clásico.
Sí, 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 porque
Muy
son,
clásico, ¿no? ¿Cuántos años tiene
pero es
el
que,
burrito sabanero igual?
no, pero yo siento que tu taina es como más
OG.
viejita, sí, sí, sí.
Ujú.
Tu
So,
taina y a la nanita nana son mucho más clásicas.
so Vincent said, Santa tell me. And he said,
Santa tell
we
me.
know. Uy. Go ahead.
ASMR moment. Yeah.
And
I think we lost viewers, but we
Yeah.
gained some viewers after
Mm.
that. No, that's like Santa Baby.
No, Santa tell me.
No,
If
which
you're
one is
really
that? I was
there.
thinking of Santa
Because I
Baby.
remember the Ariana Grande version of that song.
No, now I don't even know what I was singing.
So I was gonna say I'm gonna play it, but maybe they cut the stream. So
No, play it for me.
okay. So
'Cause
wait.
yeah, and nobody cares. YouTube doesn't care
No,
about
because I
us.
think the algorithm can like block the stream.
So we start another one.
But I think it's from Ariana Grande.
Okay. Okay, I've never heard that song before.
No?
No. Maybe Maisha is Ariana Grande fan like you are.
Van Sant says, sing it. Sing something.
Me?
Yeah.
No, but I don't know that Santa
Oh, and they're saying, we know Feliz Navidad in Spanish.
yeah.
Canta esa.
Feliz Navidad. That's what everyone says. That's if you ask somebody at any moment of the year if they can speak Spanish, they'll just sing that little bit of a song.
Mm,
My
So-
sister Kata sang it really well the other day.
Feliz Navidad?
Yeah.
Oh, the voice note?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, amazing. So Tommy said, do you think you could paint Danny or Fer?
Fur.
Fer. Fer.
Fer
Fer.
from
memory?
Imagination.
From memory?
I think
Well,
s-
imagination? No, memory.
Both are not. Are
Well,
those not the same?
no, because you're not inventing us, so it's not imagination. Maybe
But do you have to use your imagination to
you have to use
reconfigure
your
a
memory.
memory?
I don't know. From memory was the question.
Um, I maybe I think so. Maybe.
Have you tried it?
Well, Fed is like a little kind of me. She has some sort of me. You always say that she looks like her mother a little bit
Yeah,
also. Like Samu for sure me.
Samu is you. Yeah,
Yeah.
but when he was younger, he was more you.
Yeah, a little bit rounder faced. Yeah.
Yeah. Yep.
Yeah, but Fed, yeah, Fed is tougher. Yeah, I feel Fed is tougher. But I think I know her nose. She has my lips, Fed, I feel.
Mm,
Yeah.
yeah, but I was gonna say that you paint your
Everyone with like
lips.
full
Yeah,
on everyone.
yeah, and on me. I
No, no.
no, I was joking.
No, I
But you
know
paint.
your lips. Like,
But I think if you paint fair from imagination, you would exaggerate her lips more.
probably.
Yeah, because you think they are more you than what they really are, maybe?
Maybe. Maybe, baby.
Maybe, baby. mm, so, Bashria was saying, have you ever worked with acrylics? If so,
No.
what were your thoughts on it?
Oh,
I'm
oh,
going.
I'm sorry. I anticipate I'm always
Always.
jumping. Yeah, I'm always
I'm
jumping.
going to
Jump.
acrylics from watercolor and having a bit of a hard time.
Yeah.
Maybe you could try Bishria gouache
Mm.
because you can use them like watercolors if you want to. Like if
Yeah.
you're going to from watercolor to gouache, I think it would be an easier transition.
Yeah.
Maybe.
And even though the difference is not really huge, and after that, if you want to go like super slow pace, you could try acrylic gouache. Acrylic gouache. Do you remember, Danny, that we used that
Yeah.
one too? Yeah, because that's a mix of acrylic and gouache. So that one's kind of cool also.
Mm, Germán Rodríguez dice,
Yo, Herman.
oh, tuve un cómic de Wolverine de Kent Williams. Me voló
Sí,
la cabeza.
sí, increíble.
Eh, 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 eh. Oh, so I think Santa Tell Me is not from Ariana Grande because
Mhm.
Van Sant says the only bands she knows are Queen, The Beatles, and Madness. Thanks, Dad, for being old.
uh, so did they play one of those Christmas carols? Do they have I was gonna say Halloween. Do they have like Christmas albums?
Mm, so, Gaby Pérez. Hola, Gaby.
Hola,
Dice,
Gabrielita.
Nicolás, ¿tú cómo escoges qué pintar? ¿Ya tienes toda la semana decidida o cada...
No,
Espérate.
nunca.
O cada día buscas fotos que te gusten y pintas la que te agrade ese día?
Esto fue Fer esta mañana en desayuno
Con su balaca
con su
que
balaca
recogió
navideña que
ayer.
no he pintado, pero y la vi y como ayer sufrí tanto con la pintura dije, uy, esta es como la oportunidad perfecta para como para no hacer el mismo ejercicio porque tampoco se trata de eso, pero para como retomar lo que pasó ayer y pensar que no me tiene que dar susto como eso que se me escapó ayer. Entonces dije, listo, voy a hacer una pintura de Fer. Pero la verdad, yo podría pintar a Fer, a Samu, a Dani, a mi mamá todos los días de la vida. Entonces no me cuesta. O sea, si hubiera llegado mi mamá por la mañana, seguramente la pintura era de mi mamá. Entonces,
Sí, pero normalmente no, o sea, de tener las imágenes decididas para la semana, nunca.
algunas veces, ¿te acuerdas?
Pues,
En
pero
temas
cuando
ya mucho más
me
específicos,
acuerdo,
de
digamos, la
pronto.
de los elefantes, digamos, como
Sí,
que te sentaste el domingo a mirar imágenes de elefantes, pero así, no.
o sea, gracias por vender, o sea,
¿Qué pasó?
la forma como trabajamos, Dani,
¿Qué
de
tiene?
esa manera, o sea,
El fin de semana
estás...
del mes anterior, o sea, un mes antes, cada fin de semana
Obvio, obvio, obvio.
mirabas fotos de elefantes. A eso me
No,
refería.
sí, no, 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 yo no, esa parte no me preocupa.
Pero no,
No,
sí,
sí,
las tomas así y a veces, pues como tú todo el tiempo tomas fotos
sí,
que crees que pueden servirte,
pues sí, tomo fotos que me
que te
gustan,
gustan,
pero
sí.
y que me gustan de pronto sí significa que me gustan como pintor. Entonces, siempre las veo como posibles pinturas, pero nunca estoy pensando en pintarlas, pero siempre digo, uy, esto podría ser chévere.
Eh, Javi Have says, Nicholas, what type of brushes do you use? Do you switch between brushes during a session? Saludos desde Chicago.
Um, yes, I do. I've used synthetic long flats or filberts. I used also, I think at the beginning, a flat bristle, hog bristle, and I've been using synthetic flats, small synthetic flats, as I try to tighten up the painting. So yeah, I mix them up constantly.
Gaby dice, una pregunta de tonta,
Oh,
pero, ¿qué? Ya estoy
no, no,
mirando, estoy mirando. Tengo la app.
gracias, Linda.
Ah, pensé que me ibas a decir eso. Una pregunta de tonta, pero ¿qué te llama a ti la atención como para sentarte a pintarlo?
Pero depende, o sea, no es una sola cosa, nunca es una sola cosa. O sea, por eso, o sea, en términos de afecto, mis, mis hijos y pues las personas que amo, pues nunca van a, o sea, no existe, no necesita haber una razón distinta a, pues, querer pintarlos. Yo pienso en eso. Em, mm, pero ya objetos más específicos, no, no sé, o sea, pueden ser cosas muy formales desde luz, o sea, condiciones que son sencillamente formales, eh, que pueden ser luz o formas, o sea, la disposición de las formas de ese objeto, o puede ser lo que me evoca un objeto, o sea, si estuve, no sé, si estuve comiéndome algo y después veo el papelito y digo, uy, qué chévere, o sea, ese papelito es pues un vehículo de tiempo y de memoria y como mm, de presencia, pues digo, ay, chévere, hagamos esta pintura de este papelito. Pero sí, no sé, me he vuelto súper abierto a cualquier cosa y a no cuestionar tampoco esas cosas, porque seguramente hay cosas que son súper banales, pero también digo, pues, ¿qué importa? O sea, uno puede pintar cualquier cosa. No, o sea, como la pintura no la veo como una práctica que eleva nada, o sea, la pintura es pintar y ya. O sea, es como si uno quisiera ponerse a bailar o, no sé, uno se pone a pintar. Y entonces no veo cómo la pintura necesariamente tiene que impactar de alguna manera u otra lo que uno está viendo. O sea, si uno piensa en pintarlo o si uno lo pinta finalmente. Pues no, pues es una pintura y ya. No es nada más. Entonces, como de verdad siento que no es nada más, pues es súper fácil para mí pensar que pues uno puede pintar lo que sea. Y de nuevo, no pintar lo que sea porque lo voy a enaltecer mediante el acto pictórico, sino pintar lo que sea porque pues pintar cualquier cosa es chévere. Entonces, de pronto es eso, de pronto es como esa tranquilidad que me otorga el saber que Mm, no por virtud mía, no por virtud propia, en cualquier cosa puedo encontrar como una excusa para pintar, sino porque de verdad siento que pues pintar, la pintura se origina en cualquier lado. O sea, no tiene que haber nada particularmente especial como para que uno esté pensando que lo que uno está viendo puede ser traducido a pintura. Pero de nuevo, este es mi proceso. O sea, ese ha sido como mi proceso desde hace ya un tiempo para acá. Y entiendo cómo ese proceso pues no tiene que ser el de muchas otras personas. Pero pues para mí me, digamos que me ha servido muchísimo a separarme como de lo pseudo sagrado que tiene como, o ese peso que lo convierte muchas veces en algo como semisagrado que, que carga la pintura, que muchas veces, digamos, viene, uno cuando compra pintura, viene con la pintura, uno siente que viene con la pintura, esa necesidad como de respetar todas esas cosas. Entonces, no, para mí es súper bonito, es ver la pintura simplemente como un acto de creación así súper, súper sencillo eh, y ya, no tiene por qué satisfacer pues nada en últimas tampoco.
Iván Sánchez dice, ¿dónde
¿Qué
dejó?
hubo, Iván?
Ya es
¿Qué
como
dice Iván?
tu, no iba a decir modus operandi, pero eso suena como si fuera una banda
Sí, sí,
criminal,
no,
pero
alias el
tu,
coquito,
tu cosa ahora,
tu cosa.
sí, no supe qué decir, es
Interrumpirte, sí.
interrumpirme, sí,
Sí, sí, sí.
tu sello personal.
Sí,
Eh, Iván
tienes
Sánchez
toda la razón.
dice, ¿dónde dejó los pinceles de cabo amarillo? Los Silver Falcon.
Silver Falcon.
Silver Falcons.
Silver Falcon murieron, pero murieron porque no se encuentran más.
Yo tengo.
Pues tú tienes, pero si uno va a la Panamericana
Ay, sí, es verdad,
a
ya no.
hoy,
¿Sabes dónde creo? En Home Center.
entonces
Toca
toca
ir
cambiar de
hasta...
proveedor, sí.
Sí.
Sí, Silver Falcon no lo hemos visto por la Panamericana hace tiempo, entonces ahora estamos usando Lion Deluxe. Entonces es chévere, cambiamos el halcón por un león.
Ujú.
Todavía estamos en animales épicos ahí, entonces todo bien.
Eh, James Chiahan Lee says, "Hey from Montreal, Danny and Nicolas.
Hey James.
Any up and coming or under the radar artists that are inspiring to you right now?"
Oh, who would we recommend?
Alejandro Cintura.
Yeah, Alejandro is amazing. Senna is amazing too.
Yeah.
I love Senna. I
Mm,
absolutely love Senna.
but
I
like under the radar?
Yeah, I feel bad at saying under the radar, like because I think everyone that I
Mm,
follow has like people that follow,
them,
yeah,
yeah.
like people that are aware of them, and I feel even bad just saying like, "Oh, you're a small artist." Like,
No,
no,
no, no, but let's say that we think they should have a lot more and not have. I mean, it would be nice if more people know them, maybe, because
yeah,
they're so talented.
yeah.
Mm,
I think I'll say that with Senna. I think she's an incredible draftsperson. I love her drawings, love them, like absolutely love them. She was,
mm.
I think she opened a store in her webpage. Could you link it, Danny? I'm totally
Yeah.
fine with
Oh yeah, I was looking at her
like
store.
shout out to Senna because I think she's incredible.
But so maybe you can say other artists that you think while I look
Uh
for the page.
oh, oof. I'm gonna do like a
Because
super quick. If I see anyone just popping up in my feed, that I go like, oh yes, for sure, this artist. I just think they're all known. I mean, like Grace should have like a
oh
million
yeah,
followers.
yeah,
Like Grace is just
amazing,
amazing.
yeah.
So Gracielita,
No, Graceina
Gracina.
Samosir. Because if they
By the
don't
way,
know,
I don't know if people know this because I don't think we've ever said it, Danny.
go
But
on.
the only reason we make fun of Grace's name is because nobody at the university, at the fine arts faculty, nobody knew, like other teachers would butcher her name all the time, Gracina Samosir. So, it's not hard to say her name. We know her name, we love her. Um, and but the people,
But I
but
remember
the
Alfonso said
the
Graciela.
Graciela.
So that's
So
why.
other teachers would call her by like weird names. So that's just a way of making fun of that, that
But it's
little
like a
moment.
loving.
It is very loving. It would never be about making fun of her.
So
So
this one's
just so people know.
Sena's um, store front.
Um, I don't know. We should do like a whole day of just shouting out like cool Instagrams.
Yeah.
We can do that tomorrow. Should we do that tomorrow?
Yeah, well, we have to do a list.
Yeah, we'll do like
So,
we'll just fill
but
the
for tomorrow, I don't know if I have the list of every
No,
single
no, no. I'll
person
I'll
I
I'll open my eyes to my feed and
I'll open my eyes.
I'll open my eyes to my feed. Oh my god, that sounds like dystopian, like terrible.
Yeah, that was.
Kill me now. Um
Mm,
no, but I think I can um we can come up with like, 100 people that are super super cool.
yeah,
And we could just use the space to just promote people.
yeah,
I would love to. Like if this becomes a space where we just promote people that we like,
yeah.
oh, I'm super fine with that.
And also, if you have artists that you think we don't know, please let us know their Instagram or web page or whatever, because we always love to get to know more and more talented artists. So that would be super cool. You know what we should try? When they were saying about the studio tour,
Yeah.
I don't know if that
But
would
everything
make sense.
out?
No, 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 but
Oh.
show what?
No, I thought you were going to say to take every painting that we've bought out.
Yeah, that was what
That's
I
where
was
you were
gonna
going?
say.
Oh, we
Yeah.
don't have space.
No, but not like that. But I can hand them to you, and you can
Oh,
show
we could do like a
like a
portfolio.
yeah.
Like this is
Well,
our
but it's not a portfolio because it's not ours. But like mm,
but if I say our collection, it sounds so not what we think when we buy things. Like we're never thinking of
yeah,
like, oh, this is our collection. Oh my god, what was that voice?
yeah, no.
That was horrible. That was really
But I
horrible.
think it's not bad to say collection.
Yeah, but I don't like it because I much rather say these are the amazing people we support than or not even support. This is not about us supporting them. These are amazing artists that we've had the
Oh,
pleasure of
yeah.
meeting.
No, and this
And
is us being super lucky to get one of their
yeah,
works.
yeah. Because
It's not like
it's not about us. So yeah, and I guess that's what I feel about like collection. Like you make it, not you, Danny, but one would make it sound like it's about our collection instead of really, just talented people whose work we admire.
yeah.
And we're very lucky to just have the ability to support them by purchasing something that we love, work that we love about them. So
Mm, I I think I don't get this question.
go ahead, let me give it a shot. See if I
Callum said,
Oh, he's a robot. Somebody threw water on him. Somebody spilled something on
"No,
Callum.
maybe it's
Gzz,
me again
gzz,
being lost in translation."
gzz,
But it says,
gzz.
"Wait, one of those people you look at their work like how?"
What? Oh,
Oh no,
Callum.
I get it. Like those people we were talking about. You look at their work like how? Like how do they do that?
Oh
Am I
yeah.
right?
Okay. Yeah.
I think I get
Yeah. I mean,
they
again,
were
this is
trying to say.
Callum desperately trying to be human. So let's give him.
Uh,
Give him a break. Yeah. There's so many people out there that are just crazy talented. So many
yeah.
people.
Eh, bueno, mira, Iván Sánchez dice,
Sí.
yo los vi en Home Center, sí. Es que no
¿A
se
nosotros?
registran
Ah.
bonito en la cámara, me parece. Sí, no, nosotros.
Ay,
Los
yo ya le iba a decir salude. Si nos ven Home Center, salude.
Home Center.
Center, salude.
Em,
Nosotros ahí emocionados con un bombillo.
además, cuando vamos a Home Center
Es
yo
un plan.
tengo que pasar por todos los
Sí,
pasillos.
es un plan.
¿Por qué? No sé, me
Sí, es un
encanta.
planzazo.
O sea, tubería, grifería de baño,
sí.
40 minutos en ese pasillo.
Daniela se arregla como la gente que se arregla para domingo en misa, se arregla para salir a Home Center.
Me arreglo, no,
Es
llevo
como,
una maleta grande para todas las chucherías que compro.
Planzazo.
Sí, sí, me encanta ir a Home
Planzazo.
Center. Em,
Uy, ¿sabes qué era lo máximo de Home Center?
¿Qué?
No te acuerdas, yo no sé si te acuerdas, pero ahí ven, yo no sé si todavía, es que, uy, yo no voy a Home Center desde hace mucho tiempo.
¿Qué
Creo
era?
que la última vez fuimos tú y yo, incluso.
No me acuerdo de haber ido a Home
Sí, ahí al
Center.
de la 127.
¿De la
Pero,
127? ¿Con qué?
pues abajo de la autopista.
116.
No, 120, entonces qué pena. 124,
Ah, bueno.
125,
Sí, no.
128, 9. Perdón, perdón.
128 y 9.
Sí, sí. Em, Había avena cubana, pero que a mí no me importa la avena, pero
Uy,
vendían
qué
pan de bono
delicia.
y pan de yuca.
Avena
Uf,
cubana es,
no, tú
uy,
sabes que yo no,
deliciosa. Yo,
pero el pan
no,
de bono y el pan de yuca de avena cubana
pero
son muy
deberíamos ir.
buenos.
Y yo me como
Para la
las
avena,
avenas. Sí, me tomo las avenas
yo
y
me
tú los...
como las avenas.
Porque yo me acuerdo cuando íbamos a hacer mercado con mis papás a Carrefour,
Ajá,
siempre eran, no, no me vayas a juzgar, pero
yo
siempre
nunca te
eran
juzgo.
tres avenitas. Dos me tomaba en el momento
¿Te
y
tomabas
una me la
tres
llevaba.
avenas?
Sí. Dos me las llevaba puestas, como decía mi papá, o sea, me
Uy,
las tomaba.
sí,
Y una me la llevaba para por la
no.
nochecita.
Y la pedorrea en el carro, ¿quién
Oye,
la...?
no, a ti
Sí.
es al que la avena
No,
te
pero
sienta
con
mal.
tres avenas encima, ¿qué
Tú
te
sabes que yo puedo
pasa?
comer cualquier cosa.
Y echarte pedos
No,
después, o
ay,
sea,
Nicolás, no,
no, qué sufrimiento. Por eso es que pregúntale a tus papás por qué dejaron de ir. Yo creo que ahí está la respuesta.
pues porque ya no vivo con ellos, como
No, pues
así.
sí, pero sí, era como no podemos
Uy, no,
sacarla
pero
más
avena
allá.
cubana, deliciosa. La mejor avena de Bogotá.
¿No te acuerdas si esos paseos en carro eran siempre con las ventanas abiertas?
No.
Siempre con las
También
ventanas abajo.
me acuerdo que en
Así
Girardot,
lloviera, es como, papá, ¿y por qué si está un aguacero? Se está entrando el granizo, papá, ¿por qué las mantienes?
en Girardot, no sé si alguien haya ido, pero hay un sitio muy famoso de avena, que es como un puestico, que es delicioso.
No,
Sí,
es que yo no persigo la... O
no,
sea, pero
entonces
eso sí
le
es...
corres a la avena.
Sí, sí, sí.
Sí,
Fíjate, no, nunca,
fíjate,
nos hubiéramos conocido el día,
en
un
un,
día si tú hubieras tomado avena antes.
claro que sí. Yo comía McDonald's como con malteada cuando
Ujú.
nos conocimos
También
y
tocaba
acá
abrir
sigues.
mucho las
Ay, tan
ventanas del
cansada.
carro.
Iván dice, lo que vi en Home Center fue los pinceles de Silver Falcon. Si los veo a ustedes, va selfie y autógrafo.
Claro, con abrazo.
Un abrazo.
No sé qué pasó
Sí.
ahí.
A ver. mm,
By the way, I don't know why I'm so stuck with the hair. Well, not stuck. I just want to. This is nice down here, and I probably lost myself a little bit here, but I think it's a nice moment of the painting, so I want to keep doing it.
so, Peter Smekens
Yep.
was saying, are the water mixable oils very different from regular oil paints? I've never used the regular since I paint in my living room along my kids.
They do feel. I mean, if you're going to be very strict about it, yeah, sure, they're different. Like you can sense that they're different. For me, the easiest way to describe them was gummy. They just feel kind of um um yeah, like yeah.
Como cauchudos.
Right, right. Yeah. Just gummier. Just they stick to your brush a lot more. So whenever you're mixing it, oil paint usually, I mean, they're all pigments are very, very different and they handle differently.
But
But
it glides different. Like
yeah,
it
or
doesn't glide
because
that easy.
right, because there's oil in them, you expect them to be somewhat fluid. Again, not every single color. Some are stiffer, some are far more transparent. But there's like you know, maybe sometimes stiffer, but there's a buttery feel always to
Mhm.
oil, regardless of how stiff your oil paint is. Like, you would never be able to paint with oils if it was just super, super stiff, if you were trying to push clay around. So that's what you associate with oil paint. But with water miscible oils, it just feels like you're stretching paint like almost like dough like. It's kind of like when dough is look at me speaking about dough as
Mhm.
I'm if I'm a baker
Mhm.
when I've done one pie in my
Mhm.
life. But yeah, like sticky dough. Like I always remember I've always tried to do dough. Well, not always, but
Yeah, what are you
you
talking
do it
about?
once, and if it's too sticky, if you
It's
do it
bad, yeah.
wrong, like you remember how that feels.
Hmm.
So it's a little bit like that. I'm probably exaggerating quite a bit.
Also, I think, I don't know if you felt the same, but I think
Yes,
that with regular oils,
right.
they have like a longer period of time open.
But didn't you feel that that was?
Because I felt that. I felt the water soluble oils dried faster than the oils
Mm,
for me.
I don't know. You know what may um what may distort that assumption for me, the fact
What?
that I worked with them on raw paper also.
Hmm.
So it's very strange because you're not getting like the full, you know, like you don't really know how they would behave
Yeah,
under
like
more
time window that you
right
would get
under
in
more
a time.
controlled circumstances,
Yeah.
I feel.
But also, we have to say we've tried the water soluble oils without the medium.
Also, yeah,
So,
just pure paint. Well,
and water, and
yeah,
and
water is
and
horrible. It's not a
you
medium for
guys
those
told us
paints.
that it was terrible to use it with water,
Yeah, it
and we
does.
did that. So maybe we're not the best judges for water
Right,
soluble oils.
right.
So,
Yeah, water does nothing for that paint. I mean, it is soluble in water, and I think the biggest benefit of that is the fact that you can just wash your brushes with soap and water.
hmm.
But that's about it. But as a medium, no, forget it. Forget it. It just doesn't feel interesting as a medium at all. It's just, you're just diluting your paint, but that's about it. It does nothing else for your paint.
Um,
I like the bottom part. Super
sí.
abstracty here. Yeah, very kind of organic.
Bueno, William Felipe está diciendo 3 avenas es harto. Ja,
Sí,
ja,
pero
ja.
sí, para cualquiera,
Ay, no,
Daniela.
ya. Ahora William Felipe se volvió Team Nicolás
Grande
desde
William,
ayer. Sí,
grande William.
sí.
Pues sí,
So,
William Felipe es de los que les gusta andar en el carro, si se puede, con
las
la ventana
ventanas
abajo,
cerradas.
sí, con la ventana
Abajo,
arriba, perdón.
ya
La
te
ventana
tiraste
arriba,
el
la
chiste,
ventana
ya,
arriba.
ya, ya. Toe,
¿Toe?
toe, yeah.
Ah, pensé que ibas a decir
Toe.
so.
No, toe.
Es que tu palabra introductoria siempre es
No,
so.
es que mi pronunciación es rara, pero no importa.
Vamos,
Toe.
toe.
Y más hoy. Hoy estoy como
Pues, pues, si te estás
como una
mordiendo la
maquinita.
boca, la lengua.
Toe was asking a question that we discussed yesterday for a long, long time.
Oh my God.
So please give the super quick answer.
Yeah?
Cats or dogs?
Oh,
Asking the real questions here.
oh, no,
So,
it's a very quick way to know if both Danny and I are cat people or dog people. We have said it time and again. We are dog people.
yeah, we want a dog
Yeah.
in a medium future. I was going to say a near future, but no, maybe not. In a future.
A future.
Yeah.
That sounds like a timeline,
Yeah.
like a separate, Spider-Verse timeline.
Yeah. Mm, eh, so, Sandra Carolina Crespo Cárdenas
Hola, Sandra
dice,
Carolina Crespo Cárdenas.
hola, hace poco un profe me recomendó tu canal, dictas clases, me gustaría aprender contigo sobre pintura al óleo.
No, actualmente no, Sandra. No estoy dictando clases. Dicté mucho tiempo, pero actualmente no. Pero si puedo siempre sugerir clases con compañeros, amigos que he tenido, pues que todavía tengo, que, que dan clases particulares por momentos. Siempre sugerimos clases con Cal. Cal es un pintor fantástico que da clases, da talleres. Con Camilo Calderón,
En
tiene un
taller
taller muy lindo que se
301.
llama Taller 301, entonces te lo
Sí.
recomendamos muchísimo. Mm,
Blanc.
sí, con Blanc Atelier, si te gusta algo más como hacia la ilustración, Felipe Machado y Sebastián Cobol tienen un taller que se llama Blanc Atelier, que es muy chévere. Allá fue donde yo estuve dando clases mucho tiempo también, aparte de la universidad, obviamente. Eh, mm,
Y Pipex queda
sí,
allá.
Pipex da con ellos. Sí,
Sí.
entonces si buscas a Pipex, si haces en tu Instagram una búsqueda por Pipex, él es un dibujante, sí, suena raro.
Porque haces
No
el
tengo que hacer así cuando
Pipex.
digo Pipex,
Sí.
pero él es un dibujante fantástico, fantástico. Mm, creo que Angie, Angie, la pintora que es joven, Angie,
Ah, sí.
ella, si no leí mal, Andrés Calderón, Andrés Alarcón, discúlpame,
Yo estaba
lo
haciendo
confundí con, sí, sí, le metí
con
el apellido de
Camilo.
Camilo. No, Andrés, creo que dijo que
Ujú,
Angie iba a dar clases en la Academia Guerrero,
ujú.
Angie Vega, y creo no estar equivocado. Entonces deberían buscar a ver, porque creo
Sí,
que, y ella es una pintora
sí, sí,
fantástica,
sí.
fantástica. Entonces, eh, sí, busquen ahí. Porque Gato, Germán Telles ha dado en la Academia Guerrero también.
Sí,
Academia de Artes Guerrero. Sí, pues creo que hay un montón de personas súper talentosas
sí.
que seguro puedes encontrar clases con ellos que son también fantásticos.
Y si no,
Entonces,
siempre hay cursos en línea
y cursos en línea,
que
sí,
son también muy
sí,
chéveres.
exactamente.
Exactamente.
Exacto.
¿Qué?
No sé, mi amor, no sé.
So when we answered dog instead of cat,
¿Ya?
Toe said unsubscribed.
We lost one.
But they said if it's a, how is the pronunciation?
Go for it.
Dachshund?
Dachshund, Dachshund.
Dachshund?
Yeah.
We're good though. So maybe we're gonna be good though, because we like Winnie's, is it?
Winner.
Winner?
Yeah.
But Winnie's isn't like a
No,
loving
wiener.
way to say.
Yeah, but wiener is a way of saying hot dog
Yeah.
in in English. So yeah,
Yeah,
that
but
was
we'll see.
my
Maybe.
first dog was a wiener dog, a dachshund. She was amazing.
Hortensia.
Hortensia. Yeah, she was incredible.
You had really good names for your dogs. Trapos was my favorite.
Yeah, Trapos. That was my dad. I feel.
Trapos
Yeah, I
is
feel like he was the
that
one
ese nombre ya iba a decir.
that came up with that one.
Yeah, that's amazing. Trapos means
Like rags.
rags, yeah.
It was a basset hound, so it's fitting.
Mm, so
Kind of low hanging fruit. I feel that
what, trapos?
one. Yeah, a little bit,
No.
a little
No,
bit.
because I remember you said the dog always had like a particular smell too.
Oh yeah, they
So that
stink.
was super fitting to trapos too.
Yeah, they really stink, basset hounds.
Mm, eh, William Felipe dice sí, Angie iba a dar clases en Guerrero. Entonces sí estabas.
Sí, al pelo, al pelo. Sí, Angie es una pintorsasa,
eh,
muy jovencita para ser así de buena. Fantástica.
so Column said, any tips for painting white flowers in oils?
Oh my God, that's so specific.
Is it a, was it a joke or is it
I don't know. We should. Callum only understands like robot speak. So
a
Callum,
robot joke? Was
yeah,
it a robot
your
joke or was it?
broaden Callum. Please broaden your search results. You have to ask something a little, more not so narrow. That's like so specific. It's like have to blend with humans. Something ultra specific about painting.
So Tommy said, I felt that when you use the water mixable oil paint, the water mixes in between the paint whereas with regular paint, the terps sort of mixes into the oil.
Okay, okay.
Yeah.
I think I got what you're saying there. Yeah, you're right.
Mm. Marcelo Peralta
Yeah.
said, naming pets, it's the best part. I have a one-eyed cat that's called Unicornia.
Unicornia.
La verdad está
That's
buenísimo.
actually really
Yeah,
good.
that's really good.
And
Really
it works
clever.
for it works both for English and Spanish, so that's excellent.
But I think
Good play on words. That's very
but
good.
I think Marcelo is from Brazil.
Well, it's Spanish roots, Latin roots, so
Yeah. Mm. Oh no, so Column said, "No, I'm painting some flowers, some white flowers in oils."
yeah. You could look. I'm super bad at flower painting, if I have to be honest. But Michael Klein is absolutely amazing. Daniel James Keyes is amazing at painting flowers. Got to give it to him. He's very Schmidt. He's very very Richard Schmidt, but incredible in his own right. Who else does kick-ass flowers? Um, I need some help. I need. Oh, Catherine Speranza. Kathleen Speranza.
Mm.
Speranza.
Do you want me
Kath.
to?
Let me look here. Speranza. Kathleen Speranza. She does kick-ass flowers too, like really good flowers too. I feel. Kathleen Speranza. Is it Kathleen? Yeah, Kathleen Speranza. Am I totally wrong, Danny? Could you search her?
Wait.
No, I'm not wrong. Like I think I'm.
E. Kathleen? Kathleen, is it?
Yeah, Kathleen.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. I'm okay.
So. Mm. So Bashria said,
Thomas Dewing. Thomas Dewing also does some pretty cool flower paintings. And Fantin Latour, the French 19th century painter, amazing flower painter, probably the best flower painter ever.
So
So,
Bashria said, "Oh my gosh, I'm starting to feel bad for Callum." No, that's the way we
no,
show our
robots
love.
don't have feelings.
No.
Don't worry.
No, and we always joke. That's the
He's
way.
immune to feelings.
Mm. So yeah, Liad was saying you're not supposed to use the water as a medium, but only to clean up with water mixable oils.
Yeah, we learned that like the hard way.
Yeah.
Very ignorant about those when we started using them. So yeah.
Mm. So let's design, says Paul Foxton.
Oh,
So
for flowers?
maybe let
Oh,
me
I'm
Google.
not familiar. Sorry. So, Callum, now seriously though, is it a like a white on white painting? Is that kind of what's going on with your painting? ¿Samu va a bajar lindita o?
Pues es que está lloviendo. Yo puedo bajar con la sombrilla.
Ah, no, no porque esté lloviendo, pero
No, 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 pues yo bajo con la
¿todavía está
sombrilla.
lejos?
Está.
La
Eh,
Freshunga.
está. Es que no quiero decir direcciones.
Ah, no, pues está cerca o
Está
cerquita.
como a 8 minutos,
Ah, bueno.
digamos.
Sí, es que lloviendo el tráfico.
Eh, Callum said, "It's okay. Robots don't forget." Mm, Daniel MC said, "I need to read Richard Schmidt's book and try oil paint and not be afraid."
Yeah, don't be afraid.
Mm,
Give it a shot.
and
It's
Callum, oh, sorry, what?
frustrating initially, but don't despair, because it's always going to be frustrating. So
So Callum said, white on yellow white.
Hmm. It's a tougher one.
Yeah.
Could you because I know that Thomas Dewing. So Danny, could you search it?
What?
DEW
Wait.
Thomas as in
Thomas. Yeah.
yeah, Thomas.
Thomas. Yeah.
Dewing DEWING.
Yeah.
Mm, or was it not Thomas Dewing? Did he did flower? No, maybe not. Maybe I'm thinking of no. Maybe I'm thinking of yeah,
This
he's
is
he's excellent.
amazing.
No, he's amazing. Thayer. Yeah, I'm thinking of
Thomas.
Thayer. No, not Thomas. What's
Who?
Thayer's name? Thayer. Just put
Thayer.
Thayer.
Yeah. Thayer Thomas.
TH. No.
Because it
Danny.
says Thayer Thomas.
Danny, stop.
That's
Stop
the
typing,
first.
Danny. Stop pressing buttons, Danny.
Wait. That's the first suggestion.
No. What's Thayer's name? The Thayer Painter. Just put
Okay.
Thayer Painter.
Please be Thomas.
No, it's not. Abbott
Abbott
Anderson Thayer.
Anderson Thayer.
Okay, so Thayer has. I think he's got like a nice still life of white flowers. I feel. No, but just if you do images, because maybe you're going way too specific. Jesus Christ, Danny. No, not that one. Nope. Maybe those. Maybe that's not bad. I feel.
Which one?
Well, either. That's kind of fine. Yeah, search for Thayer.
So I'm gonna type
Thank you.
the name.
Thank you, Danny.
You're welcome.
Amazing Google skills.
Well, it's the one you
Not.
have available, so you have to.
Too quick, Danny. Always too quick. I'm like
Mm,
Thayer Thomas.
Because it said that was the first suggestion.
I know, but that's how robots think. It's not how we think. We are not Callum.
But we're helping a robot, so.
Yeah, I know. The world is turned into Jesus Christ. Do your own searching, Callum. It'll take you like nanoseconds.
So, Erika Wonder Gem
Yes.
said, Nicolas, do you ever use zinc white?
Aside from the one that's already in my titanium, no, I don't think so. I don't think so. Oh my god, that was amazing. We'll stop the live right now. Although I should have gone like Austrian. No, I can't do it.
No, that's terrible.
Yeah.
As you said,
it's
it
pretty bad.
was good. Now it's not that good. I'm sorry.
So bad. That was like a Pink Panther like bad joke.
So let me look for more.
So.
For more questions. So Peter Smekens said, "Thank you for the elaborate answer and tips, everyone." Peter was asking for the water soluble and the difference with oils.
Oh, cool,
regular
cool.
oils.
Yeah.
And they said, "I'll try regular oils without solvents too. I assume I can wash my brushes with regular soap afterwards."
Oh yeah, of course. That's what I do. Just regular soap and water. I don't even use solvent to wash my brushes. So just wipe the excess oil off and then straight to the sink.
So Callum said, "Thanks as always. The robots are getting better at painting every day." And Liad said, "You synced your calling as a comedian, Nicolas."
Think or swim.
So I don't see any new questions.
No, I think everyone left
Yeah.
after my zinc joke.
Or before, maybe.
Yeah.
So let me ask you, how are you feeling with today's painting? Nicolas?
No, I think I haven't been paying attention. I think I've painted. I've been focused while painting, but I haven't paid excess amount of attention, which I think is
Yeah,
my sweet spot,
yeah.
because I'm focused, and that's why sometimes I try to answer something, and I'll just answer like gibberish. But um, but I think I'm able to just kind of understand what I'm doing and put that almost like on the back burner,
Mm-hmm.
like the backside of my brain is already thinking all the time about that, so I'm
Mm-hmm.
okay. Um, so I don't worry. But I think yesterday that was the thing. I never got to that place where I kind of felt that, like I felt I was way too much in my head. And if I'm way too much in my head, then everything just becomes tougher, I feel. At least for me. Like slowly start to become my worst enemy while painting. So,
Yeah,
or my brain just starts to butt in and become like annoying.
because I
So,
would say that you have like two autopilots, like your best autopilot, which is the one you just described. Like you can paint and paint and paint, and you're focused, but
right.
you know what you're doing,
Yeah.
but you're just like doing it without like paying attention to doing it.
Yeah.
But you have the terrible autopilot, which
Yeah,
is yesterday's
that one's
autopilot.
dreadful.
So,
Yeah. That one nobody should ever want that one.
mm, so um, Daniel Daniel MC said
Daniel, I like
Daniel
Daniel. Por favor, dile de ahora en adelante Daniel.
Daniel MC.
Daniel MC.
Oh, Daniel MC.
Daniel MC es reggaetonero, yo creo.
Pero
Sería un reggaetonero.
so Daniel
Daniel
MC
MC.
said, "Can I just
Y la
paint on
gente.
paper? Do I have to gesso it?"
You don't have to. You don't have to. It's a choice. Preparing any surface is the most recommendable thing to do. So, um, mm, being careful so that whatever substrate you use is not affected by pigments or mediums or solvents is a very wise thing to do. That has been the last uh 700 years of art for us. So we have learned how to do that properly. But the 20th century happened. Some people may not want to, accept it. But 20th century is amazing because there's a lot of paint that was done during the 20th century that completely disregarded the way, art was done for centuries. And that's also pretty amazing. I mean, we owe a lot to the 20th century. A lot. Even people that love tradition in painting, it was very, very important for all of us to go through that. I feel, at least. So, yeah, you can paint on paper. That's totally fine. You can paint on a piece of cardboard. That's totally fine. So it just has to make sense. There has to be like I'm not saying that you have like this super incredible reason for doing it, but I think if it's an honest reason and you understand the sacrifices that you're making and you understand what you're gaining from working on an on an unprimed surface, I'm sorry, then that's an educated choice. So ultimately, we want to have educated choices, I feel.
So Daniel MC said,
Danielle,
"I have some Bristol
MC.
paper. I could probably gesso."
Yeah, perfectly. Yeah,
Mm,
just gesso front and back. Bristol paper, did he say? I'm sorry.
yep.
Okay. Gracias. Gracias, Linda. Si quiero hablar de algo. No, Danny's being super nice. She's picking up Fer from school downstairs. So she stepped out for just a second. But while she gets back, because I feel completely naked without her, um, I'll speak about how this painting's going. I think it's nice. I think it's kind of sweet. I think there's a sweetness to it that I didn't quite anticipate, and I'm okay with it. You know, with Fed, I always struggled to embrace some of that sweetness because I never wanted to be too cheap. So I'm always kind of mindful of that. But I think we are okay-ish right now. Okay-ish, I will say. So it's hopefully it doesn't feel like overly sentimental. But I'm liking it. But in terms of the formal quality of what I'm going for, like what we were talking about at the beginning, I think we're good. I think we are not there, but we're getting there in the sense that there's this very nice kind of sense of unity of light that is just almost like engulfing everything in the light. So all of the information that's in the light. So I like that. I love when light can feel kind of overpowering and it just doesn't really care about form. It just cares about swallowing everything up in its path, and it's super, super cool. But this is not as extreme as just having like a super bright, bit of sunlight in the painting, for example. But it's a little more subtle than that. But I would say it's the same sentiment. So we're kind of going for that today. I'll tell you guys while Danny gets here what I did today, which is painting, but it's not really painting. I got a figure today. I'm gonna call it a figure just because I'm slightly insecure about calling it a toy, so I'm just gonna go with figure. And it's like a third-party Green Goblin, like classic Green Goblin. I think it's like super cool. Anyways. But the face was painted in a strange green, and I tried to repaint it this morning. And I think, Danny, I'm talking about the repaint that I did of the Green Goblin.
What?
Yeah, I know. You leave for a second.
No, I got it. No, I was thinking
Yeah,
about...
you leave for a second, and I just take
Oh,
this.
but it's a really
I take
good...
this train, somewhere else.
It's a really good repainting you did.
I think it looks good.
It was like an olive green.
It was like
a
an
super
olive green.
weird
Yes,
green.
yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, and the body,
Yeah.
his costume was more of like an apple green. Let's call it like super
Yeah.
simple.
Well, like a...
What would you call that? Like a parrot green.
No, like grass green.
Okay, you went like crayon color. I was trying to be a little more sophisticated with parrot
I'm not.
and apple.
For me, it's...
Yeah, but I think
Wait
with
a
those...
minute. Sophisticated
I know.
with
Well,
apple?
no, you got there late. But no, I was saying how it's. I think everyone with those three things landed on like a
Yeah.
green that's closer. But the head and the neck were olive green.
But like a
Big
horrible,
difference. Yeah,
horrible
big
olive
difference.
green, 'cause it
And
was
very
like...
flat, like
Yeah.
super flat
Yeah,
too.
yeah.
So it's really sad when a really cool sculpture is painted badly, or just they really don't take their time to paint it,
Mm-hmm.
because the sculptor's work is not
It's...
really like showcased,
Mm-hmm.
and you start believing, oh, this is like a crap sculpture, and it's not true. It's just that they were lazy painting it because they produce them in mass.
Yeah, because that paint job flattens everything.
Oh, it flattened
So...
absolutely everything. So
Yeah.
I painted it this morning, and I'm looking at it right now, and I'm kind of proud. I could never paint from the start something, I feel.
I think you could.
No, probably not.
You don't trust in yourself,
No,
but you
no.
could.
But I think like when I get a bad paint job, like I can paint on top of it and just make it better. I think objectively better.
No,
This one's
it's
like
really
super
good.
cool.
Yeah, I think it's really
super
good.
super cool. I'm gonna be like super geeky and show it on like
You can show it now.
on like a forum. Well, not now in the
What?
no, because it's super fresh. Because
Oh.
I do it with oil paint. I don't use like model paint or acrylic paint that they usually use for those things. I don't know how to airbrush. A lot of people. I just use oil paint. I feel I can still get like super nice with like small brushes, like tiny brushes. But I feel I can get like really really good results with that. So
Yeah, because
I'm proud
you
of this one.
painted Hulk.
Yeah, with
that
the Hulk,
too.
with the green Hulk. Yeah, that one's That one's like 1,000 times better. And not like bad taste. Not the fact that I think it's better. No, that one's like 1,000 times
But
better.
better in what sense?
The
Better,
Hulk,
yeah.
the better paint job, I
Oh
feel.
yeah, yeah, yeah,
Oh
yeah,
yeah, and the sculpting of that Hulk is like
yeah.
amazing.
Well, but
That's Martin Canale like at his best.
and it's a what's the material of that sculpture? Because this one's plastic.
Yeah, polystone. So those are the bigger ones are polystone.
Yeah, so maybe they can get better details.
On polystone, I
Can
don't
they?
think so. Like, look at the Hot Toys portraits. They're,
Yeah,
that's just plastic. That's
yeah.
resin. So, no,
I
those
don't know
guys are
why
just
I'm standing
amazing.
up.
Yeah, I don't know. No,
Mm,
those guys are amazing. The people that do those sort of things are just incredible, I feel.
Ho says show it, but if it's fresh, maybe you can
Yeah,
get.
I'll show it later when it dries, like
Okay.
100%. And I'll show you. I didn't take like a before pic, but you can find like a ton of pictures of what it looks like
Yeah,
on the internet. And a lot of people are like, no, I guess I'm fine with it. Like, I'll be fine
but
with it.
it's
It's not
like
too
sick
bad.
green.
Yeah,
I don't
it's
know if
like,
you
and you know what it was, Danny?
what
It's not the fact that it was like a bad green. It's just that it
it
didn't
didn't
match.
match
I
to.
hated that
Yeah,
it didn't match. I just like really hated that it
yeah.
didn't match. So I just had to do something about it.
Rosalind said, "Sophisticated apple." Ha ha ha.
I know. That was the joke.
Yeah, I was trying today the umbrella that my mom gave me. It
Uh
doesn't open.
huh.
Like
That's why they were giving them away.
I was trying to open it like for 2 minutes straight,
Yeah.
and I couldn't. So yeah, it was funny. Um. eh, So Daniel MC
You should
says,
ask if it's Daniel MC, Daniel MC.
but how would he say? Which is
Um,
the best
well,
way to pronounce?
like
Because
Dan as in fan.
no, no.
Yeah, you kind of have to sound it out that way.
And Daniel, as in what?
Well, Daniel, you're going with like a weird one there, Danny.
Dan,
Daniel?
I was saying
Daniel,
Daniel.
it's like you're saying Great Dane, like Daniel would be the name of a dog.
No,
Daniel, come here,
because I was saying,
like a Great Dane. That would be a cool name.
because I was saying Daniel,
Uh huh.
and then my head was thinking I have to ask in English, so I went Daniel, but it
Yeah,
was a joke.
I
So
like it. No, I love it. I love it.
Daniel,
He's Daniel from now on.
Daniel,
Yeah.
was saying, I think the only oil paints I have are like 2 or so years old.
Oh,
I
that's
hope.
fine.
Okay, because I was going to end the question. Because they said, I hope they're still usable. A friend gave me her old paints.
Oh, 100%. You're fine. Yeah. I have paints that are like 15, 20 years old, so you're fine.
Eh, Daniel dice, so Daniel or Daniel dice, yo prefiero Dan, pero no sé si puedo cambiar mi nombre. Entonces Dan, digamos Dan.
Pero Daniel era tan chévere.
Daniel.
Yeah, Daniel was
De pronto
good.
se me sale Daniel, pero voy a tratar
Sí,
de
pero es
decir
con
Dan.
full cariño.
Sí,
Si decimos Daniel, es re cariñoso.
sí.
Cero y
Y
respeto.
pues no, y es mi falta de
Respeto.
buena pronunciación. Toe was saying, will this painting be for sale on the website?
Yeah, they are at the end. Just yesterday was a weird day for me. So yesterday I was like, I don't want to sell it. I don't want to do anything. Like I'm gonna be, like I don't want to feel like I'm tricking people into, thinking that something is better than what it actually is. Or like, finishing a painting and then saying, "Oh, look, Danny, I was going for that looser feel and I just put some drawing strokes there and just to evoke the feeling of whatever blah blah blah." Like it would have sounded so much like bullshit to me that I just can't. I much rather, and yesterday was probably I was a little too dramatic maybe, but I much rather just accept that I was like, oh God, I'm lost. I don't know what I'm doing. I'm going to go back to a simpler state of the painting. And I just got lucky that simpler state of the painting the place that I decided to finish it was a very forgiving one, I feel. So
Yeah. So Daniel is super cool and
nice.
said, because they spelled Daniel. So Daniel. And said, Daniel es chévere, sí. Así me puedes referir así. Me puedes referir a mí así. LOL. My Spanish is mal. Okay, so
Perfect.
Daniel.
Daniel.
Mm, so Liad was saying, personally, I prefer to paint on acrylic medium than on gesso. It's less absorbent.
Oh, gesso. Yeah, gesso's kind of weird.
Mm.
Gesso. So, or gesso? Are you talking like traditional gesso, or like, just regular acrylic? Or you're speaking about because gesso does have like an acrylic binder inside of it, like acrylic gesso. So they're not super different. Or maybe you're referring to acrylic paint. Was it, Danny? I missed maybe that.
I'm gonna read the what Liad said again. They said, personally, I prefer to paint on acrylic medium than on gesso. It's less
Okay.
absorbent.
Okay. I think I get it.
Mm, so, primary hues is
Nice.
saying,
Nice username.
is the unprimed surface absorbing the oil quickly and allowing painting to layer more easily?
Yes, exactly. That's exactly what it's doing. It takes a little bit, like, it's not something that is super intuitive, I'd say. You have to kind of be a little um like, you have to kind of have a feeling for the surface, but that's what you're describing is exactly what the surface is doing. So yes.
So, I don't see any new questions.
So good night, folks.
Maybe you can talk
That
a
is
little
it
bit
for
more about
us.
your.
I feel this is good. This has been nice. Thank you guys for hanging out. That's how I ended yesterday. I was
No,
just annoyed. And you were nice. You were super nice, Danny. You were like, "Yeah, let's just finish this."
because I was lost. Because I had underlined some questions and I was
Yeah.
like, oh, okay, bye.
And I was like, "Good night. I'm going to bed."
mm, so,
Yeah. I don't usually get like that. Like, you
no.
don't see me like that all the time. At all, I
No, and it
feel.
wasn't that bad. I
I
mean,
know, but I felt
you
kind
were
of
like
weird.
stressed, and
I
that's
apologize if I
okay.
was a little too stressed.
No, that's okay. Estoy buscando preguntas. Si de pronto alguien tiene preguntas que quiera hacer, bienvenidas sean.
I was going to paint Danielita.
Mm-hmm.
I was going to paint Bill Trailer today. I wanted to paint him. I think you've seen his work.
I don't know.
Yeah. You've probably seen his
Oh,
work.
yeah, yeah.
Yeah, he's amazing.
Yeah,
It's like folk artist or outsider art.
yeah.
An African American. He had like he comes from a slave family. It's a remarkable story, but it's also like, those artists that I love, that they weren't trying to be artists. They're self-taught. They just did the paintings, that they wanted to do. But yeah, he's fascinating. Absolutely fascinating too. I love his work. But I always, it always gets me to, and we've had this conversation, to talking or to reflecting upon just the sort of origin of art, like, and why people that don't know anything about how the art world works still have like a desire to do art, to do something that the rest of the people have decided falls into that definition. That's always been fascinating to me. Like, there has to be hard wiring for that. So yeah, I wanted to paint him because he's incredible. Like I usually talk about Henry Darger or James Castle or who else? Or Bill Trailer. Um, but yeah, it's they're incredible. I feel.
So, some time ago, Aldo was saying, "Hello, I saw that there's a difference between your painting values saturation on YouTube and on Instagram
Oh
or on
yeah.
your website.
Oh yeah.
Where can I see the most faithful pictures of your paintings?"
Oh, in person here if you visit us for sure. Yeah, it's super hard to try and match everything.
But the one you try to match the most,
Is the
maybe
photo
it's
or the
the web
photos?
page.
Yeah, I think I try, but sometimes
It's
you know, Danny, that
super
sometimes it's
difficult,
very
yeah.
very hard. I mean, and this is not just me not doing that extra effort to try and get like a faithful enough photo. And we talked a little bit about this in that workshop that I just finished last week, and it never ever is a matter of trying to be mm, trying to sell the painting. And I'm not saying quite literally sell, but trying to showcase a painting that's not there. Like that, I never do. I think you would tell me you would tell me if I was doing that. Like, I think Danny would be the first one to tell me, like, oh, that picture is nice, but that's not the painting.
Yeah.
Like, Danny can be super, super honest in those tough things, like, very quickly. And we, I, I mean, I'm in charge of taking the photos, but I think we feel that I could say that we've never tried to be misleading about a
No,
painting
never.
ever,
And
ever.
also because we sell all the paintings, like they're for sale.
Yeah.
So it wouldn't be cool that someone buys the painting thinking that it looks like the image they're looking at and it's completely different when it arrives. So,
Yeah, I hope that it's surprising in the
in the
good
good way,
sense.
yeah.
Yeah, but never in a sense where they feel betrayed. We would give their money back. I would give people their money back for sure. Like, send me back the painting and here's your money, and I apologize like if you felt that it was different.
No, but the people that have bought the paintings are super cool and they're
Yeah, they've always,
when they say something about it being different, it's like
wow,
it's
yeah,
better.
just yeah.
It's way better in person. So, mm, Javi Have dice, Dani, ¿tú pintas igual de seguido que Nicolás? ¿Cómo cuántas veces a la semana practicas? No, no, si soy 100% sincera, no. Eh, yo creo que también parte de lo que queremos hacer el próximo año es porque yo tuve un lapso muy largo, como de, como, no sé, por ahí un año y medio o más, mentiras, 2 años, 2 años y medio, no sé, que no pintaba casi, ni dibujaba casi, porque yo me frustro muchas veces, mm, como que a veces no me doy el tiempo a mí de trabajarle a algo hasta saber que me puede gustar o no me puede gustar, sino que me juzgo muy duro desde el principio, entonces a veces cortaba lo que estaba haciendo. Podía estar trabajando 1 hora, 2 horas y decía, no, esto va a ser horrible, horrible, y me metía en mi cabeza y dejaba de pintar. Entonces, hace un tiempo estoy tratando de volver a pintar y a dibujar y a hacer mis cosas. Y no sé cuánto tiempo. Yo creo que yo, obviamente no pinto como Nicolás, además siento que lo hemos hablado antes, pero los tiempos de trabajo de los dos son muy distintos.
Sí.
Yo puede que trabaje, digamos, lunes, martes, miércoles, jueves y viernes, y todos son en la misma pintura. Entonces, sí, pues los tiempos de trabajo son distintos, pero no sé, yo diría que hoy en día cuánto trabajo
No,
a
pero
la semana.
pues no sé, es que pues pero en este momento estás trabajando todos los días. O
Sí, sí,
sea, te
sí.
sientas a, a
Sí, no,
dibujar
hoy
o
en
a
día sí, sí,
o
sí,
a
sí.
tallar o a sí,
Sí, y
pero
como yo dije una vez que eh, le dije a Nicolás que yo encontré algo que me sirvió muchísimo y creo que lo dije a una persona que decía que estaba teniendo problemas con cómo terminar sus pinturas o dibujos o algo. Yo el problema es que solamente pensaba en tengo que sentarme y tengo que terminar una pintura o tengo que terminar un dibujo o terminar una talla o lo que sea. Y entonces me juzgaba muy duro si duraba 4 horas sentada e iba igual que hace 2 horas. Entonces algo que me sirvió mucho es como pensar en voy a meterle 5 horas a pintar, pero esas 5 horas las pienso, es como que me voy a agendar para que, para que sean 5 horas de pintura, no a me voy a agendar para terminar una pintura. No sé si eso tenga sentido.
Sí,
Como
sí.
que no pienso como en como en la, como digo, end goal. No, ahora me trabé
Como
hacia el otro lado.
anticiparte al resultado.
Exacto. No pienso como en el resultado, como en lo que voy a tener al final, sino que pienso es en meterle tiempo a mis cosas. Entonces, sí, pero no, ahorita la verdad estoy muy contenta porque he vuelto a como retomar una rutina y eso me hace muy feliz.
También, y pues tengo que decir que es que tú hiciste un sacrificio grandísimo porque te hiciste cargo de la parte de edición de todo lo que era nuestro proyecto, entonces
Pero la
eso,
verdad, digamos que no es un sacrificio porque fue algo que hablamos los dos y además yo siempre te había dicho que la parte de edición me llamaba mucho la atención. Entonces yo nunca lo veo como un sacrificio, sino como una cosa que yo quería hacer también y encontramos el
mm,
momento para que el proyecto se diera, para que yo hiciera eso que quería hacer también. Y también tú sabes que en esa época, pues en esa época no hablo como si fuera hace
en esa
años atrás,
época
pero no,
íbamos a caballo al
pero,
pueblo.
pero cuando editábamos todos los videos, yo igual podía encontrar espacios para dibujar o pintar o lo que sea y estaba como en un momento de negación que yo decía, no, no quiero. O intentaba y 20 minutos después dejaba de hacerlo. Entonces, yo creo que esa como falta de producción mía tenía que ver solamente conmigo. Y, o sea, no, como que te interrumpí, pero te interrumpí es porque yo nunca sentí que tenía que ver con el proyecto, como por no tener tiempo. Era eso, porque eso es una justificación que sería falsa. O sea, la verdad era porque yo no estaba tranquila conmigo con lo que estaba haciendo.
No, te entiendo, pero también, o sea, y obviamente te respeto eso, pero también sé que estabas trabajando y lo que tú dices. O sea, no me refería de pronto a sacrificio en ese término, sino que fue una decisión que tomaste de enfocarte muchísimo en ese aspecto de nuestro trabajo. Entonces, yo por eso siento que pues, es súper bonito que puedas volver a hacer tus cosas, lo que sea que sean y en el nivel que sea. O sea, de esto no se trata como de hablar de si algo es como de un nivel o no. No, pues a mí lo más chévere se me hace tener como esa conversación que vamos a tener pues como artistas y
Como
ya.
tener dos miradas distintas
Sí,
sobre lo
como
mismo.
artistas y ya, o sea, es simplemente eso, es simplemente eso. Pues yo voy a ser feliz de hacer eso contigo, entonces, no. Y
Sí,
además también te diría que desde afuera, eh, claro, y pues nosotros hemos hablado de esto millones de veces, pero sí, sí es muy como frustrante. Hay veces cuando uno te ve haciendo algo súper chévere y a ti no te satisface y como que tú empiezas, no, 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 y como que lo dejas a un lado o no lo quieres,
sí, es que
no le
eso
quieres
digo,
como seguir
como que
trabajando.
yo me juzgaba muy duro a mí. O sea, suena de pronto, pero como que yo sentía que nunca daba la talla de lo que quería hacer. Entonces me juzgaba mucho y Nicolás me podía decir, no, pero está súper chévere. Pero digamos que es como te pasaba ayer, te pasó ayer,
Mm,
sino que a mí me pasaba todo el tiempo. O sea, yo estaba en un momento donde yo decía, no, no me gusta, no me gusta, no lo quiero terminar, o lo terminaba como de mala gana. Entonces, yo creo, la verdad, que este tiempo de haber editado también me ayudó un montón porque como que pude tener un poquito de distancia y darme como un tiempito, porque es que yo creo que a veces uno forza mucho,
Mm.
o sea, es como, ay, no me gusta lo que pinté, voy a pintar otro, no, pero lo odio, no, pero no, pero, y a veces uno necesita como un tiempo de como respirar y dejar eso de lado y volver, o por lo menos eso a mí me funciona y siento que pues me funcionó muchísimo porque ahorita me siento mucho más cómoda, no con el resultado, sino con darme el tiempo para hacer las cosas. Y creo que me alargué muchísimo a la
No,
respuesta,
estuvo súper chévere.
pero
No, no, no. A mí me encanta oír cuando respondes desde tu, o sea, muchas veces la gente piensa que el camino tuyo y el mío como que se traslapan y no, y
ujú,
nosotros tenemos procesos súper
sí.
distintos y nos sentimos
Y
distinto
tiempos de
acerca de
ejecución
cosas,
distintos,
sí,
todo.
sí, y pues también para que la gente como que entienda que lo que queremos hacer juntos no es porque ahora los dos vamos a trabajar como juntos haciendo algo que se parece, o sea, como que no,
No,
es más como que estamos haciendo un puentecito entre los dos, pero para tener esa conversación, pero creo que tú y yo somos súper conscientes de lo, como de lo distintos que somos en esa parte del proceso y pues eso también es súper chévere.
sí. Em, William Felipe dice, ¿cómo es la dinámica del otro año de responder con pintura? ¿Pueden colocar un ejemplo?
Pero el ejemplo es como difícil,
Sí,
o
yo creo
sea,
que hasta que no lo que pasa es que, a ver, yo creo que también lo hemos hablado, o
sí.
sea, y como que hemos verbalizado lo que va a hacer, pero yo creo que va a tomar forma una vez lo hagamos. No sé si me entiendes, como que definirlo en palabras, eh, como que uno puede definirlo en palabras, pero al final, cuando hagamos el primero, va a ser como, ah, listo, esto es.
Pero puedo tratar, si quieres, puedo hacer un intentico ahí
No, claro,
medio,
claro, pues, pero
medio
igual digo
simplón.
que
Sí,
hasta
sí,
que no
sí.
lo hagamos no sabemos porque es que como que la misma manera en la que yo te responda a ti o tú me respondas a mí es lo que va a ir como pautando lo que va a ser esa
Exacto. Sí,
dinámica.
sí, exacto. Pero en términos así súper sencillos, es simplemente, es un ejercicio súper sencillo que no lo inventamos nosotros. O sea, es una cosa que ya, ese tipo de, digamos, de intercambios, eso existe, pues, no sé, o sea, desde siempre, supongo.
Sí,
Em,
correspondencia.
sí, ese tipo de correspondencia existe desde siempre y es simplemente darle como un carácter visual a esa correspondencia. Entonces es como si estuviéramos teniendo una conversación visual. O sea, yo puedo hacer una imagen que podría ser esta imagen de Fer. O sea, no se trata como de.
Si es que no es algo tan distinto
Claro, es que
como,
ni siquiera es como, ay, que tengo, de qué voy a hablar con Dani, o sea, o qué voy a hacer yo para que Dani entonces pueda hablar de lo que ella. No, no, no. Cada uno como que propone una imagen y el otro responde con una imagen.
y responde como según lo que o le llamó la atención o si de pronto lo que Nicolás me muestra me recuerda algo, yo respondo con ese algo que me recordó o respondo según lo que me hizo sentir o sea, pueden ser mil cosas. Por eso digo que hasta que no lo hagamos como que es difícil que de pronto otra gente entienda lo que va a hacer hasta que lo vea.
Sí, pero es
Pero
básicamente pues primero para que haya una dinámica entre nosotros dos, que eso es lo que queremos, y una dinámica sencilla, como replicable, y que
ujú,
podamos como extender durante un año, digamos, si queremos hacer eso durante un año, que puede ser súper, súper
o
chévere.
más,
Sí, eh, pues yo creo que Dani y yo somos como una pareja chévere por.
sí somos.
Sí, pero por ese mismo como grado de comunicación que tenemos. Nosotros nos comunicamos, yo diría, o sea, suena charro decirlo, pero nos comunicamos súper bien entre nosotros, súper, súper bien, como muy saludable, diría yo. Y esta es como una manera bonita de poder, como, no sé, como llevar esa conversación chévere que tenemos a otro plano, donde
Sí,
nos expresamos de otra manera.
sí, sí, sí.
Y entonces la idea es que los sábados, o sea, los sábados hagamos como el,
Bueno, ¿ya fijaste el día?
sí, sábado, hagámoslo los
Ah,
sábados.
no sabía.
Entonces hacemos como el unveiling de la pintura, hacemos como el, y esta es la pintura, o sea, y entonces, por ejemplo, si yo empecé y es mi oportunidad de, de hacer la pintura, pues entonces yo le digo a Dani, mira, lo que estaba tratando de hacer con esta pintura era esto, esto y esto, y podemos tener como una conversación ahí en vivo, podemos tener un en vivo ahí que ustedes nos vean las caras y nosotros como conversando ahí acerca de la pintura. No sé si eso sea súper emocionante, pero a mí se me hace chévere.
A mí también.
Em, y, y pues nada, tú escuchas eso, me preguntas algo, hablamos de lo que hicimos y ya. Y ese digamos que es en esa, digamos que en esa primera etapa, en esa primera parte, ese es como el fin de esa pintura. Y después, después de una semana, digamos el próximo sábado, entonces Dani haría lo mismo con su respuesta. Entonces ella muestra la imagen y dice, mira,
Pero las deberíamos mostrar las dos.
Al final, sí, al final para que cada
Por-
uno también tenga su espacio, siento que también eso es bonito. ¿Sí me entiendes? O sea, primero muestras tu imagen y después las ponemos las dos y ahí podemos hablar. O sea, hablas de lo que tú hiciste con la imagen y después las ponemos las dos y pues chévere ver si se articulan, si no, o sea, o qué tipo
O
de,
si tú
de
trataste de decir algo y yo
relaciones.
lo cogí por otro lado
Sí,
completamente
sí, o si
distinto.
uno condicionó la respuesta del otro, o sea, es súper bonito, o sea, no se trata de que el resultado sea lo que justifique ese intercambio.
O sea, es más como un pretexto para tener una conversación entre
Exacto,
los dos.
exacto.
Y pues que
Entonces,
nos gustaría hacerlos parte. Entonces,
sí, pues que creemos que es un ejercicio súper bonito, entonces, que puede ser como chévere para la pintura. Entonces, eso lo vamos a hacer un día a la semana, entonces también me da a mí la opción de trabajar en pinturas, pues, o sea, mi plan, y esto pues lo habíamos hablado con Dani, es que podamos hacer tres videos a la semana en vivos, donde vamos a hacer
ujú,
esto.
ujú.
En algunos de esos videos yo ya voy a empezar a trabajar como en otras pinturas como
O sea,
más...
no todo esto está grabado en piedra ya, ¿no? O sea, estamos pensando
No,
todavía.
sí, todavía hay mucho workshopping.
Sí, o sea, estamos
Entonces,
acá pensando en voz alta
sí,
con ustedes, no es como que después digan como, ay, ¿dónde están los sábados? Porque pues si de pronto decidimos otro día
sí, sí.
hacerlo de los dos está perfecto también. Pero, ¿qué estabas diciendo? Que en
Em,
principio la idea sería,
En principio la idea sería entonces tener unos días de en vivos, así como los estamos haciendo ahora, que puede haber como una temática o puede haber como digamos, un punto de partida como formal para esos.
ujú,
Em, y esos pueden ser o pinturas más pequeñas, pinturas un poco más grandes. Yo voy a empezar a pintar grande, pero pues voy a ir, yo ya ayer decía, voy a ir despacio porque creo que ya se me olvidó. O sea, yo hice cientos de pinturas grandotas, pero creo que ya me siento bastante distinto a la, pues al pintor que era cuando hice todas esas pinturas. Entonces tengo que abordarlas, siento que tengo que abordarlas también de una manera distinta.
y también creo que hay que estar abiertos a la idea de cambiar un poco el formato del video, porque para pinturas grandes de pronto
Ah,
se
sí.
complicaría mucho
Sí, ahí
este
también.
formato súper limpiecito de
Sí,
paleta,
sí, ahí nos toca en otro espacio.
de
eh,
pronto en como desde un ángulo.
sí, nos toca con la cámara de un lado. Yo de pronto tengo es como puedo usar, ¿sabes cuál? ¿El qué? El micrófono en solapa. Yo creo que ese,
Sí,
ese nos puede sacar ahí como de ese embrollo.
ujú,
Mm, y entonces va a ser como otra cosa.
sí, pero
Mm,
chévere. O sea, a mí me
claro,
parece muy
claro.
chévere como cerrar el primer capítulo de Our Painted Lives
Painted likes.
y mirar lo que nos traiga el segundo. Pero bueno,
¡Bravo!
gracias a
¡Feliz
todos.
año! Sí, gracias Colombia, encanto.
So Primary Hughes said, how do you feel about so many people owning, hanging portraits of your family, friends all over the world?
Oh, I never thought of that.
I think that's cool.
Yeah, I guess, yeah. I think that's kind of interesting, but I first time I thought of that, of like people having Danny or Fed or Samu, or my mother. Like I just see them as paintings, so maybe that's why I don't like really like this is Fed. I think I did a good job today at saying Fed. Do you feel, Danny?
Yep.
Yeah. So
Also, the nose and the mouth gesture,
very
super
Fed.
fair.
Yeah,
Yeah.
very very Fed. Um, but yeah, I think they're paintings. I don't know why I yeah, like for sure paintings of them, but paintings nonetheless. So
But
I
it's
don't.
cool. I mean, I love the
How do
idea
you
of,
feel? Like
I love thinking that maybe my face
yeah,
is in
Ariana
Australia.
Grande's.
No, what are you talking about?
Ooh,
Like
you got
different
nervous
parts of the
there.
world that I've never been to.
Oh, that's
That's
nice.
cool. Because
That's
I told
nice.
you once. I think it was with someone who bought a painting of mine in Australia,
Yeah.
and I was like, "Oh, my face is going to travel there before I travel there."
Oh, that's
So,
nice.
yeah, that's cool. Mm, do you have any tips to help develop your art quick and beneficially?
No,
Said
look,
Yum Taco.
no, not quick. Yum, not quick. I mean, if anything, the one thing that we know is that it's not quick. So we have to take that one out of the equation because it takes time and it takes effort and it's frustrating. You know, I'm not saying that you're trying to sort of eliminate hurdles that are necessary, but yeah, don't try to rush it. One of the coolest things about art is that it's your path. So take your time savoring it. Just good and the bad, but just take your time. It's super necessary to accept that that's the nature of what we do. So, yeah, no easy way out. I'm sorry. Like
S-
time art needs time. That is just the way it is.
So Tanya Cardenas said, "Will you compile all the paintings from our painted lives into a book at the end of your project? That would be amazing."
So we talked about this. Yeah, we're leaning towards yes with
Yeah, we
Danny.
would
We've
love to.
talked about this for a very long time with Danny. We just have to be super mentally into the idea of doing it,
Yeah.
and we're just ironing out details. But I think if you give us a couple of weeks, at most a month, at most, we'll have a definite answer to that, and you
Yeah.
guys will probably be
The
the first
first
to
to know,
know,
yeah.
yeah, that there's a Kickstarter going on, or a Indiegogo project going on. But yeah, we just there's a little bit of a logistical, you know, um, variable there that is very hard to sort of um, it's the toughest one to solve, but if Danny and I feel brave enough to encounter this monster that it is, you know, not making the book or printing or shipping it. I think both Danny and I love that part.
Yeah.
But the part where we have to do the logistics for shipping, and where we can answer to everyone
Yeah.
that
And
their book is on their way,
also
and
the thing that's super hard is that it doesn't depend on only both of us,
right.
but it's like a lot of variables, and that's when the thing gets complicated. Because I mean, we love shipping the paintings that you guys buy, but because we have control of every part of the process of shipping those paintings. But with books, it's super complicated because you have to um, pay like a, como digo, una empresa,
Yeah, somebody's gonna have to
like a third party would be.
import those books, and
Yeah.
then what happened with the last books is that a lot of people that were not us were in charge of the actual shipping of the books, and that was difficult.
And it's difficult because you want to answer to everyone, but you just are as lost as they are because you don't know if the people that are in charge of shipping don't answer back to you. Like you don't know what to answer to the rest of the people because
which is
you're as lost as they are. So it's
yeah, which sounds like an excuse, but
no, but
that's
it's what
literally what
happened.
happened.
Yeah, because I remember you were contacting them all the time and they just didn't answer. So
Yeah.
it's super frustrating. But yeah,
Yeah, that's why with not many cases, but with some cases, um, I just I was like, no, no, I'll just give a refund. I'll just and those refunds were coming out of our pocket, and it was just painful to know that people like a year and a half later just weren't getting their what they paid for. It was
yeah.
very very frustrating, but yeah. So we
So
don't want that to happen again.
yeah, but
We
maybe we're gonna like we're leaning on the idea of making a book.
yes.
So yes.
Yes.
Um, AJ said,
AJ.
Danny, your face is hanging in Colorado and joins us every dinner. Oh,
Oh,
that's
that's
super
very nice.
cool. You see, that's what I was saying. Like, I've never been to Colorado, for example.
That's
So
excellent.
that's super cool. And I attend to every dinner
Every
of,
AJ dinner.
yeah.
That's awesome.
And I've never attended an AJ dinner. So
I
that's
know.
super cool. And AJ said, Colorado is almost as cool as Australia.
Oh, no, it's very nice.
And AJ also said, what? You'll be printing books? I'm so very excited. Just let me know if you need quotes to accompany each painting from the first year. Kidding.
Oh, you were amazing. Yeah.
Yeah.
Thank you, AJ. Thank you.
Mm,
So, Danielita, I'm
tell
close.
me.
I'm nearing an end to this one today.
Woohoo.
Yeah. I think I'm happy. Very happy.
Cool. Cool, cool, cool.
Cool, cool, cool.
So Van Sant said, do it the James Gurney way, self shipping from your garage. No, if we self ship from
Uh
Colombia,
oh,
the shipping would
we
be
are
like
broke.
$300 just the shipping.
Yeah, we would be. I mean, we could do that, but if you guys don't mind, how much do you think it would be for a
Like $200 to ship it to the United
probably in the
States?
no US? I would say a little less. I would
No,
say
no.
one. I would say probably 125, 130
No, I would
bucks,
say $200.
and I would say 200 ish,
And I would say
250, just
300
220. Well, I would say 130 and 220 for
just
Europe,
for the
just end of
shipping.
the world for shipping, FedExing. I mean, you'll get your book. You'll get it in like 4 days, which is amazing. So just let us know if I
So
don't
we would
know
have 4 buyers.
if yeah if how many people do we
And we
need for a
couldn't
book? I mean,
afford the production costs.
oh yeah, right.
So
So we need a few more people than 8 to be able to print the book. So
so Liad said, I know a lot of people that print books, mostly comic books or art books. I could ask around and see if there's a printer that also handles the shipping.
that would be cool. I
Yeah.
in this in the investigating I've done, there are companies that would do that. It would be expensive if I can tell you the truth. Like they'll charge for something that is obviously complicated. So and you know, they'll charge you handsomely for that. So yeah, usually what artists do, Liat, is that they team up with an editor, and the editor will just take care of like the artist will do the PR work, let's say, to just to say, hey, I have a Kickstarter, and everyone just buy my book, and that's where their job finishes, and then that's where the editorial would take over, and they'll design the book, and they'll do a very good job at printing it, and as soon as they figure out all those costs, they'll tell the artist, okay, you pay for half of this, or half of this was your responsibility. This is how much it cost, and this is how much we got, and here's your part. And you'd be surprised. Sometimes I've seen artists that can have hundreds of thousands of dollars on a Kickstarter, and they'll get all that money through backing, and they'll make like 20 grand, in the end. And that's also like a crime. I feel. I think the editorial gets a lot of that money. So yeah. So whenever a project like this one, is done, is whenever artists decide to self-publish something, is because we want control over everything. So if we're going to make some money, we hope that it's that it's going to be worth all that trouble. And we also do it because whenever we want to make a book, like, you want to make the book that you want to make, like exactly how you want to make it. You don't want an editor just butting their head in and saying, oh, come on, this is stupid, like, don't waste pages doing this. And like in my case, it would be like, don't waste a page just putting like your kids' drawings there. Like, that's kind of dumb. And I would be like, no, my kids' drawings go there, period. Like, period. That's the book that I want to do. So yeah. So if you don't want to have any of those conversations, you don't want an editor, because all they're thinking about is making something that can make them money, or it's cheaper to print, or it's like cheaper to produce. That's usually how that goes. If it's not a business for them, no editor is going to care about doing a Kickstarter project. Like, they want to earn money. So
Tommy said, do you remember all the ways you've signed your paintings, and how has it changed over the years?
oh, yeah. I've gone from, I think, some of the first ones, yeah, let me see. Let me think just a second. Let me put this here and see if that works. I want to leave it open, but I want to put that there. No, that didn't quite work.
Why not?
It's like a yellow. Let me put it a little more blue. Like, I liked it when it was just more towards like the bluer hue. I mean, it was nothing. It was just a piece of paper. But I think that was a bit of a departure from that blueness that I pushed back there. So maybe this.
It was just a piece of paper?
It was just a paper. It was like
oh, okay. No, I
yeah.
got lost. I was like,
No,
what
you
is
could
he
see that.
talking
You could
about?
see the paper underneath. It
Yeah,
was.
yeah, yeah.
It wasn't really painted. So let's leave it there, I guess. There's
Okay.
yellowness to it, which was my hope, but I don't even think it needed it. But anyways, it's there already. So I'm done. Yeah, the first way I signed, Danny, was NUB, my initials. NUB, nub.
Mhm.
Yeah,
Mhm.
Nicolás Uribe Beninhoff.
Mhm.
So NUB. And then I would write Nicolás U with an S in the end. I would guess that that's
Nicolasu?
my signature, Nicolás U.
Mm-hmm.
And I think my current signature
No, but
is,
you don't sign the paintings,
well,
because that's
yeah.
what I was gonna say. Like,
Well,
you passed
my
from
current legal signature is Nicolas U. Like
Nicoli.
well, yeah,
For me, it's
Nicoli.
Nicoli.
No, I go like Nicolas U.
Nicoli. Ooh.
Nicola, eh? Uh and my current signature is
Bad joke. Yeah.
perfect.
Yeah, because he doesn't sing.
Sing,
Sign.
Nicola.
Sign
Ah,
the. Stop it. Sign
Nicola.
the paintings.
Yeah,
So,
I don't. Sorry about the.
because I thought you
I
you
screamed in there.
you were gonna say that you passed from signature
Should
to
I do?
nothing.
Should I commemorate that question by signing NUB nub? Should we
Or
just
Nicola.
Nicola?
I don't know why people
Oh, we
Like,
lost. We lost a
see
lot of
the
people.
stream. I
Yeah.
mean,
Let's see. Let's
imagine if someone just
just
joined
joined.
and was like, "Oh, what's this,
Okay.
Nicola?"
Yeah.
Out. I'm out.
Yeah.
Ay, Nicolas.
So let's see if I can do it. That's like a little N. That's like a U
Like it? It's a you.
and a B.
Nube.
La propia. So, Nub, we'll leave it there just
Okay.
to commemorate Tommy asking that question today. Nobody's going to get it. It's like, oh, you're signing again? You're singing again? I am. Okay.
They're
I think we're
saying
good.
ha ha ha. Rosalind said ha ha ha. I like the singing.
Thank you.
And y William Felipe dice mis oídos. Ja ja ha. Team Dani otra
No
vez.
se va a
Nicolás.
no se va a reponer de eso nunca. No, so I think we're done. I think it's a very sweet painting. I see my daughter here. I actually like this painting quite a bit. I didn't think it was gonna be like a very touchy painting, like touchy feely painting, but I really like this painting. Didn't expect it because I thought I had struggled so much yesterday with a lot of the things that I was trying to do today also, that I figured, oh, like fuck, those same things are gonna creep in and they're gonna be trouble, and that just means that it's it's something that's difficult for me to do, and I'm gonna encounter it. But I had kind of prepared myself to encounter those things. Like I had psyched myself up to say, you know what, I'm ready today. Like, yesterday it kicked my ass. Like instead of just running away, I'm gonna be there. Like I want this to happen. So, so I was pretty psyched in the morning when I decided like I'm painting Fer, and that's today's painting for sure. And but I was also, deep down, I have to say that I was also scared. Like I knew that the things that bugged me or haunted me yesterday were probably going to happen again. So I was a little kind of insecure about doing that drawing at the beginning. Um, but as soon as I started, I realized, okay, I think I'm okay. Like with the initial block in, I think I'm okay. Then I realized I was, you know, ideally, like I was going to be okay with the portrait eventually, and that's why I concentrated a lot on the hair and a lot on this, which is it's a it's a part of the painting that doesn't matter, but it matters greatly to me. So this had to be cool. It has to be like the base of that pyramid. Yes, the apex of the pyramid is super important, but the base of the pyramid is what makes it able to withstand whatever's on top. So I spent a lot of time here, and I think while I was spending time here, I was just kind of going over the things in my head that I had to do here. So it was like moment of peace, where you're kind of like preparing yourself and you're just saying, let me get a lot of relationships here, and you're convincing yourself that they're going to look cool as soon as you introduce like that moment of the painting that's going to be the focus. And when I was okay with it, because I felt, wow, this is, if I can make this work, it's going to really work. I was like, okay, let's go for the head. And yeah, I think I had enough in there to just condition me in the right way, in all the right ways. I liked, I usually do these, those little moments where there's kind of paper breathing through the painting. That's not only in places where it doesn't matter. Like there's also a bunch of little places in the portrait where that happens. So it's also in places where it really matters. Um, and yeah, I'm very happy. I think this is a very nice painting of Fer. I love the one that's her with the white t-shirt, and it's a lot of light. Do you remember that one?
Mm,
I think that's one of my favorites of Fer.
how long was it?
One of my
How
favorites.
how long ago
I think
was
we
it?
have it. I think you showed it. I think we've kept it in the in our
Website.
web page. Yeah. No,
So
it's
it's
way
a
down. Like go way down to the beginning, I feel.
white shirt?
Yeah, go way down to the beginning and then go up. Start to go up and
No.
no, that's although I like that one as a reflection.
Yeah.
No, go up, go up. You'll see it as soon as you see it, you'll know. Um
This one?
yeah, that one.
Oh yeah.
I really like that painting of her. So, um
Do you want me to show it?
sure, sure. I like that one and but I think maybe this one's my favorite now. Yeah. I have a yeah, I think so. Like this is my daughter for sure. So like this is how she looks like I feel and this is how I feel about her also. So I think having both of those things meet is very tough, I feel. So I'm very happy with it. Very happy. But yeah, that's
Now keep talking a little bit because I've
I'll stretch it a little bit. I don't know what to say now. Yeah, you can put it larger. Yeah, thank you for the tiny.
that was terrible. Wait.
You can zoom while people are watching though.
No, it's not professional.
Oh, stop it. Oh my God, Danny.
That's why it takes a lot because I
Okay.
have to center it,
Oh, I
make it
know.
look good.
I know, right? So yeah, so I love those two. I think I like those two paintings quite a bit. I think the one on the right was my favorite. But I think this one is pretty nice actually. Like I don't feel bad about talking about my favorite paintings. I think
No.
we're 2 weeks from finishing the project, so it's okay. I
And
don't
also,
feel.
there's 400 paintings.
Yeah,
So
yeah, I know.
you can have a least favorite and a
Yeah,
favorite. So
yeah, it's okay. But the thing is, my list is very like the list of paintings that I really like, which is
yeah.
completely arbitrary, by the way. Those are so not my best paintings.
Wait,
What?
because
What?
the backlit Danny, you said it was your favorite or painted lives painting, and that's a lie. Andre the
Well, no, no,
Giant.
no. Aside from Andre, I think
No,
it's. Yeah, no, no, no. I'm not. I'm
you
not.
betrayed the Andre the
Andre? No, no,
Giant
no, no,
painting.
no, no. I think Andre is like separate. I kind of think of it as separate.
No, because it's part of.
I know, but in my mind it's like separate. But I think that yeah, that painting of yours, no, no, for sure. You know, not I'm not saying it because it's a painting of you. If it was a
No,
painting of my mother, I would tell
I
you.
mean your
If
favorite
it
is
if it
from
was like
Andre
a
the
if
Giant.
it was
So
like a pencil sharpener, I would tell you, no,
yeah,
it's the pencil sharpener.
yeah.
So yeah, no, but it's a sweet painting, and it's I don't know, like I see myself as a painter here. I see me as a little kid also there, which is kind of nice. Um, I see my like the little Nicolas. I see in my daughter, so that's well in both Samu and Fer. Um, and I feel it's my painting. It's really nice when you can just look at a painting and say that's my painting, um, and not because you're claiming it or anything. It's just like no, this is how I connect with a painting. So I feel it's nice. I feel it's very nice. So that's gonna be it. Different
Super.
note. We're ending on a different note today,
Yeah.
Danielita.
Yes,
Danielita.
Nicolito.
Nicolito.
Rosaline was saying
Yeah.
Danny is professional. Team
Oh.
Danny.
Oh yeah. Team Danny.
yeah.
As opposed to ranting Nicholas.
No, but you know that I'm always like super
Always.
careful with
Always.
everything.
Yeah. Annoyingly careful at that. So that's what makes you a perfect partner.
Yeah.
So
For your
for my carelessness, I feel. But I'm always like super committed, careless. No, not
yeah. No,
committed.
yeah, like committed.
Like I'm 100% there, but I'm
Yeah.
just careless. I'll be careless.
But not I wouldn't say careless, like
But like never careless with the important stuff.
no.
Never, ever, ever. Like
That's why I wouldn't use that word.
okay.
Like my
Idiot.
English dictionary is failing me.
Yeah.
again? Like committed?
I'm always committed. I'm always like
Yeah, but
100% in.
committed and what? Committed.
And I don't know. I don't really know.
Wait.
Lax, a little lax. Would you
Mm,
say lax, como laxo, relajado?
no, pero no.
Lax?
No porque tú
No.
te tensionas igual mucho,
Yeah,
no.
yeah, I do stress out also.
So committed,
Oh, stop.
but going with the flow, maybe?
I kind of always do that.
Kind of,
Oh,
because you
kind of.
stressed.
Yeah,
You
no.
stress
I
a
do.
lot,
I'm
but
not stress free. I would never say that I am stress free.
committed, but going with the flow. Yeah, that's what I
Oh,
would
that's
say.
what you went for?
Yeah.
Okay, so.
Committed,
Oh,
but
God, we kept
flowing.
going.
No, that's weird.
Yeah, that's kind of weird.
Flowing?
Yeah, that's like urinary tract. That's what I.
I was thinking
That's
about a
if I
river,
go
but
to the
okay.
doctor, and he's like, "How would you describe your morning,
Well, it's
morning
committed,
pee?
but
Committed, and the flow is
flows.
strong." Thank you.
Yeah.
Anyways,
Yeah.
this is Nub checking out for today. Different experience from yesterday, but enjoyable nonetheless, and it was super cool. So, good. Best thing to do when a painting when a painting kicks your ass, just get right back up and paint again. That's the best way to deal with stuff that frustrates us. So, yeah. So I'm
Or
happy
if
today.
you're me,
What's that?
because I was saying that I was stressed painting.
Yep.
And I had to take time apart, and that's
Yeah.
also a good way.
Oh, for sure. Yeah. I'm sorry. Like,
I
whenever
was gonna say, if you're me, maybe you have to relax
right.
and take some days and
Yeah, and this is something like you're
go
super
back to it.
cool when you clear this up for a lot of people, but like when I speak, I'm not trying to be absolutist
Oh
about
no,
art. This
no, no,
is
no.
I'm just saying what works for me or in my
Well, the thing
experience.
is that you are speaking, so of course you're gonna speak about what you think it's.
Yeah, but I would never try to make a rule book or like a recipe book
No,
for
no, no,
anything.
no.
So,
That's why I said, but for me, for
yeah.
example. So yeah.
Anyways, thank you.
Anyways,
Thank you Danielita
thank you,
for today.
Nicolito. For today only.
Well, I mean, we got
Okay.
to earn it every day. So
Okay.
tomorrow we got to
Thank
earn.
you too for today.
Okay,
Thank you
Danny,
everyone for joining us. Yeah.
could you leave us? Could you sign us out with just a Nicolas, like a nice, or you could go with a Daniela better, like a singing Daniela.
Nicolas.
Oh my, that's like screaming. That was a scream.
Bye everyone.
That was like that was.
Bye.